You're now tuned in to another episode of V N APE.
Is that what we're doing?
Of course.
What's going on?
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Woo! I'm lighting up, gentlemen.
Bruh, who is this gentleman that's singing right now? Who's the
We got K-Dot, Kendrick
rapper?
Lamar.
Right.
Big me.
I actually love
Big
this
me.
song. Let me play a little bit more. I actually love this track.
It's
so.
a good song. It's a good song, definitely.
It's actually like against suicide and shit. Like it's a good song. It's a good track.
Good message.
But he's trying to body Cole right now, so
Damn, the backwood smells strong as shit.
it does.
All right, gentlemen. Seriously, guys, you are now tuned in to the V N APE world.
Podcast.
V N APE aesthetic?
Whatever you want to call
Definitely
it.
an aesthetic.
Guys, what's up, man? How you guys been, bro? What's up, Leo? You're back, man.
I'm back. I'm
That
definitely
man,
back.
Leo is back, guys.
I'm back and better than ever.
Folks, here's the deal, right? There's two young African American gentlemen wanted by the police. No, they're dissing each other, and they've been going
There's-
back and forth.
There's
Apparently.
a hip hop civil war
Cole
right
is
now going
biracial,
on.
by the way.
Sure.
Hip hop civil war.
Anyway, the point is, I mean, these guys have been taking shots at each other.
Did you hear the fucking tape, babe?
Yeah, I've heard a good amount of that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
I didn't really give J. Cole's too much of a chance just because I don't listen to J. Cole like that, but I can see why it would be.
Did you hear 7-minute drill?
I did, of course.
I haven't heard it.
Of course.
What
I
are your
heard.
thoughts on it?
I thought it was great.
You thought it was great?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people don't like the-
What's great?
Great means I
Like
think.
Stanley Kubrick great?
I mean, to be fair, Kendrick only gave a verse on a track that wasn't even
I'm
on
sure he
his
has
own
something
shit.
loaded up. He has
Do
like
you
an
think it
album
was
ready to go
more-
or
He
something.
might.
Do you think it was better than Kendrick's diss?
Then that one verse he made?
Than that one verse?
Well, yeah.
Kendrick had like triple entendres for days, which he always does. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like he went hard in the verse, but he's good at like making.
He's
good at creating chaos.
I think Cole's demeanor wasn't up to par.
Explain.
I think
He
his
didn't
tone,
go for the headshot.
I mean, first he clearly said this is a warning shot. He literally said it on one of the bars, but
Yeah.
I just think his.
But he dissed them multiple times throughout like his tape, right?
Yeah, it wasn't just 7-minute drill's the one that he mostly goes in on Kendrick. There's little like subliminals. Or,
I
like,
think it's
little,
odd that in the other one, he's actually making a track with Absol, who's
Oh,
actually-
and
Absol is
Daylight,
fire.
and Daylight,
Absol is
which
fire.
is one of the greatest battle rappers.
Yeah, but
he's the dude that has a Spawn tattoo on his face.
I know who he is, but I'm saying like,
I thought his name was something else.
The guy that he asked
Yeah.
gay on Vlad.
Yeah.
Kendrick
He was like, I like your
made
mom.
it with Absol.
What do you mean?
These are close dudes. They know each other very
Oh,
well.
my bad. I didn't even get the
Absol's
science.
part of Kendrick's camp.
No,
Yeah.
Right.
but used to be.
Oh,
Remember,
for real?
Kendrick's not a part of TDE anymore.
Oh, I didn't
But
even know that.
they were close. Kendrick and Absol obviously were
Are they?
close.
Are they?
I'm sure they're still.
No,
I'm
not
sure
that I
they're
know
still
of.
close.
So
But
he-
it is that now that you put it like that, I didn't even think about that.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
think
weird.
about that either, but you're very right about that.
So he's just pulling up on his homeboy's diss?
on his
Like,
ops. He's pulling up on the ops.
Did he not know this was taking place?
I
I'm
mean,
sure he knew.
On
He
the
had to
track,
have known.
on the
Like,
track with Absol that you're referring to, he does. I don't think he sends shots. He only sends.
No, he doesn't, but I mean, he's there on the track with him.
He does send some tranny shots.
at his aunt.
Absol sent some trends.
No,
J. Cole.
I wouldn't even say J. Cole. He just did it like on some double entendre type of thing. It just so happens
has to
that,
deal with
that
Kendrick's
Kendrick
aunt.
has a song called Auntie Diaries that deals with his
Transgender.
aunt, a transgender man.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it was a weird bar. Now that when I heard it and listened to it, like it was.
He was being called out by like the transgender community.
Oh
Like,
yeah, Anthony Fantano was already like going crazy.
Well,
that guy's so annoying.
That's perfectly fine. They can
Yeah,
be butthurt.
I
about
literally
that.
I
had
feel
to-
like you listen to his opinion because you do bring
I
him
have.
up
I used to
often.
listen to him a lot. But then, like, I hate when he gets on his woke victim shit, bro. It's like, bro, this is rap music.
Like
when did you ever complain about people talking about murdering people?
Like when he couldn't review vultures, I thought that was weird.
No, that's
like,
just self-expression from the oppressed. bro.
no,
that
but
doesn't count.
No,
you know?
but then when he talks,
definitely some wokeism left.
that's what I hate though.
Liberal
I
bullshit.
hate the liberals that critique music and will say something so drastic about trans, like what J. Cole did about a trans bar. But then not all the years of people talking about murdering.
They take it out of
Bro, this
context.
man has critiqued King Von's music.
Yeah.
If you could critique that, I don't want to hear anything
Who's
else.
literally a serial killer. Like,
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to Cole and Kendrick. My honest thoughts on 7 Minute Drill. I thought it was good. When I heard it, I was hype as shit. I like the beat change to the Conductor beat.
Like I said, I haven't heard it yet, but
the
I've heard
Conductor
about
beat
it.
is fuck. Conductor's one of my favorite producers, so nuts. When I heard that, I already knew he was gonna do that because Drake has been hopping on that. Drake is cool with Cole, so he got the Conductor beat swag. I listened to the whole tape. I like some of the tracks. Now, this is what I'm gonna give you my thoughts on Kendrick versus Cole. Like, just them in general, not the whole beef right now. I think, because people are talking about, because J. Cole said, your first shit was classic, your second shit was tragic, the third shit...
Put niggas to sleep.
Oh, no.
The second shit put niggas to sleep.
But they gassed it.
Yeah. Your third shit was a classic.
No, he said it was his prime. That was like when he was in his prime. And he was referring to...
Damn.
To Pimp a Butter... No, he was referring to the Pimp a
I'm
Butterfly.
talking about the classic shit was like...
The tragic shit that people... That made everybody go to sleep was To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, I actually like that album. I like the jazz beats. Like, I do fuck with that album.
You know what's the cool thing about Kendrick that I like, though?
I like To Pimp a Butterfly more than Damn. I swear to God.
I would not agree with that.
That's how I feel. I swear to God.
The thing about Kendrick though that I like about him that he's like the Stanley Kubrick of these three dudes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like he's like the.
He has the vision.
Not even the vision. He has like when he comes to his albums, he has more concepts. There's more concepts. There's more.
Triple entendres. There's
not even
there's
bars.
more skill.
They all have bars, but like I feel like Kendrick, he has like this way of like expressing the art that is way different from Cole and
well, there's a thing about Kendrick. The way he actually sets up his bars. Sure, you understand a lot of what he's saying,
Kendrick
but there's
isn't
always
like hit driven.
There's always a part that's a mystery about what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. When this motherfucker's rapping and shit, there's some shit that just doesn't get clear to you.
I feel like only Kendrick knows what he's talking about.
And there's a lot of that type of shit going on.
You think that's a bad thing?
No, it's art. I mean, it gives it a lot of replay value. There's a lot with the more interpretation. I mean, that's why people love multiple interpretations of
like
of
films
art.
And different movies and different.
Not
things.
when it's too open. When it's abstract art, it's like, all right, motherfucker, this can be anything.
Like that movie you showed me last week.
Yeah, it could be that's like staring at a fucking cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wait, what was the name of that movie again, Abe?
The Holy Mountain.
The Holy Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've never watched that.
Don't watch it. I haven't watched it
You
yet.
haven't seen it, fam.
But it is the most abstract thing ever, bro. Like if you see the trailer, whatever.
What's it about?
Let's
That's a good question.
That's the problem.
No one knows.
But that's the only thing because people are now debating the bodies of work of Cole versus Kendrick on Twitter.
I've enjoyed more time listening to Cole than Kendrick.
I don't believe that.
I like Kendrick more. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I like Kendrick more.
Fair enough. This man says it's impossible, though. I mean, art is subjective, but at the same time, clearly Kendrick is the best.
Cole said that
In
To
his
Pimp a
view.
Butterfly was boring.
I like To Pimp a Butterfly. I like the jazz
Honestly,
beats.
I didn't-
I like it a lot.
I liked it, but I really...
As a guy that's against all the woke shit, I feel like you wouldn't like To Pimp a Butterfly. It is like very.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like J.
I'm not saying you can't like those any songs.
But I'm comparing it to
There are
J.
a lot
Cole.
of themes of oppression and things like that.
No, the whole album, The Pimp a Butterfly, is like Black Power. It's very
Uplifting.
social.
That does make it less relatable to a lot of people.
That's why, but there is a lot of dope tracks on it.
Which does make it a lot less of a Stanley Kubrick sort of project.
Makes it more of it, less of it.
Less of it.
You think Stanley Kubrick's are extremely relatable?
Well, they can be.
I would disagree with you on that, actually. You're saying that Stanley Kubrick films are very relatable?
They have so many ways of being interpreted, and they appeal to things that are universal. So a sense of mystery is universal to everyone. Everybody wants to know, what the fuck, who's that
Well,
chick?
you just said Kendrick is that.
He is that.
So you're saying that.
I'm saying he's that in that element, but in that album,
He's not.
it's not that he's not that. He still has a lot of that element
It's
of
not that
mystery
relatable, though.
and the lyricism, but the themes of the project, there was a lot of repetition of the themes, and of course, I mean,
For crying out loud,
There's a social dynamic to it.
the motherfucker is interviewing Tupac on the last song.
yeah.
He literally got a video of Tupac where he's talking, and then Kendrick is like asking him questions, and then he'll just play the Tupac part, but he did it very
well.
It's actually interesting. When I first heard it the first time, I was working at Amazon, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that Pac? And then I'm hearing it, I'm like, Yo, Kendrick's asking him questions and shit. I was like so confused and shit, and I was like, wow, this whatever. Because the whole thing of the album, it was supposed to be called "To Pimp a Caterpillar,"
Yeah.
which means Tupac. But he instead, I forgot why he did it, and then he just named it "To Pimp a Butterfly," which is Tupac. And if it would have been "To Pimp a Caterpillar," it would have been Tupac.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of. That's why I say Kendrick's on his Stanley Kubrick. You know what I mean? Like
I got that from the beginning. I understand that.
Yeah. And
But the situation is like you were saying, in that album there was a lot of just emphasis on
you said
a singular thing. I'm not saying that that's what the whole album was. I mean, there was a lot of different themes as well, but
I think Kendrick might be. I think Cole might be. Is that Cole might have better better metaphors and like slick little, but I feel like Kendrick's delivery on the track is more powerful.
He's good at creating chaos too. When he wants to like feud with someone, like, he's good at like going for them.
he is, yeah.
Delivering that headshot. You feel me? Whereas J. Cole, I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think is the score right now? Cole Kendrick.
I mean, if you're basing it like on the actual disses, there's not much to go on. I
feel like Kendrick still has to respond. Because it was really just one verse.
I'm gonna compare one verse to like a bunch
a whole body of work.
Yeah, but I'm comparing it just to the 7-minute drill. 7-minute drill versus one verse.
I got 7-minute drill.
You got 7-minute drill?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to 7-minute drill, but I did like Kendrick's verse a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7-minute drill only because it is just a verse.
You know what? Pause it. Show this man 7-minute drill.
Just got it. We'll be right back, guys.
I'm gonna drink some fuck.
Okay, and we're back, guys. We just listened to 7-minute drill.
See, I
first time listening to it.
Listen, Cole is nasty, bro, and I fuck with Cole. And I think they're just like apples and oranges, Cole and Kendrick.
It's definitely preference.
So it's gonna be a good battle, and you gotta realize like these two dudes, like this is nothing.
Kendrick has to respond now. Like he has to drop something.
It's nothing personal with them, so it's not gonna be very like these guys.
It's not like cheap shots like when Eminem and like Ja Rule were like
no,
dissing each other.
It's not like Drake.
That was like some cheap shot.
It's not like Drake and Kendrick. You feel me? Drake and Kendrick, that's the real like beef. These dudes have like personal issues. Like they don't like each other for real. Like, but Cole and Kendrick, it's more like competition. It's more like friendly sparring. Like
I don't know, bro.
Trust me, bro. Drake and Kendrick is.
I don't know about Drake, but this shit. I mean,
but Drake feels like he's like too big to respond almost. Like,
bro,
have you heard anything from Drake? Like even addressing the beef? Like he hasn't even addressed it.
They've been sending shots at each other for a while.
But yeah, Drake literally hasn't even addressed that verse.
Let me tell you something, bro.
He's on tour right now.
I find it a little bit odd.
He just finished tour.
That they're talking about fucking. I mean, Cole is talking about killing a motherfucker, and not just metaphorically.
That's what I meant by fake tough guy shit. Like, he's not gonna do anything to Kendrick, obviously. Like, not physically.
But once you start talking like that, bro, like, that's not a...
But that's not serious, though, Abe. That's just, like, mentality. That's just, like, all right, we finna have, like...
I feel like...
It's all, like, I'm letting like, shit fly. Like, that's just mentality.
Like when he said, like, don't make me smoke you on this mic. Like on this mic. Like, definitely...
No, it's not just metaphorical.
But what are they gonna do if they run into each other? They're gonna kill each other? No.
No, Abe. They're not gonna kill each other.
I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
It's definitely.
I don't have nothing to say.
I don't think it's personal with them at all.
I don't know what it is.
Why can't it just be rap?
Because they haven't worked with each other.
It's hip hop
in a long fucking time.
He literally bigged them up on. He always bigs them up, Cole. There's been plenty of songs where Cole is bigging up Kendrick. Always, bro. He even said it on Heaven's EP. He was like. He admitted that, like, he was like, yeah, the big three, I'm bronze.
Yeah,
Drake and Kendrick is superstars to me.
That's nice and everything, but that's not.
Come on, my guy. Like, this guy, they're not, it's nothing crazy. Drake and Kendrick is the real.
I'm not sure they fuck with each other like that.
I mean, would you fuck with?
I think they respect each other.
They definitely respect each other.
I don't know how much Kendrick respects him.
Yeah.
See, Kendrick wants all smoke, but you see,
because Kendrick is acting like he's bipolar. Right.
I mean, then again, we're speculating. Obviously,
he's acting like
Cole was even kind of giving him his props on like the song. Like,
I mean, he's being like, more honest than Kendrick. He's not trying to. I mean, it wasn't even just a diss. And just being itself, just that, like, it wasn't an attempt to recreate something like Hit 'Em Up or Ether. It was.
But if a guy is coming at you, what do you expect to do?
Depends on who you are, bro.
You got to come back. That's
Depends on
what
what
rap is about.
I mean, what it's about is what message you want to give.
No, rap has a lot to do with competition. Who's the best rapper? So I'm gonna showcase my skills better in a track, better than you can.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
If you want to, yeah.
No, that's what it is.
You don't
Like,
have to.
Nowadays,
I mean, you don't have to do anything, Abe.
Nowadays, a lot of people don't compete. Nowadays, a lot of people are like, "Oh, smoking on my dead ops or whatever." You feel me? They'll get disrespectful with it. On, like some drill
that's
shit.
some other shit. That's not even Cole and Kendrick are not trying to take it that level. They're just.
But that's what it is at today's day and age. You feel me? It's not so much like lyrical skill. It's more like, "Oh, I'm smoking on these."
I mean, there's not that many. There's not that many lyrical rappers.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore.
Thank God the top ones that we have happen to be.
That's why they're at the top.
I mean, there is a case that people say that the most lyrical or like the best writers have always been the top artists, always, of every generation. But I don't know.
Because they appeal to a broader audience than just, like...
I mean, obviously.
I mean, it's more memorable, the shit that they say.
And they can appeal to a white community more. You feel me?
No.
Like, to these white kids listening to
not
hip-hop.
even that. They're smart enough to be able to
Transcend.
express their message to everybody. Like you feel me? They're good writers, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They hit a broader audience. Like they can get more listens.
I think actually I think it's the opposite in many ways. I think that like when it comes to like especially the white audience, bro, like these motherfuckers that live in the suburbs, bro, they just want to hear some shit that's different, bro. And the shit that's most different and most wild,
some drill shit.
It's some drill shit, and they love that drill shit.
Or some like South Memphis, like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
They
shit.
will
like,
blast that drill shit to the windows down, and when they see a black dude approach, they'll fucking pull up the windows.
Like the movie.
Put the music down.
Call the police.
What's the name of that movie? Fuck, I forgot. But yeah, bro. I think Kendrick has to reply now. Now it's game on.
Smoke.
Now it's game on.
But he's the one who started it.
Yeah, because they were sending shots on first person shooter.
Remember they were gonna work on a project together?
Of course. They were cool back then. Bro, Kendrick has spit on J. Cole's beats so many times.
I understand that, but the project is not gonna happen.
No, not anymore. Obviously. Yeah. We're aware of this.
So they're not that friendly.
But it's been so much time since that project's been talked
like,
about.
Come on, that's throwback.
But they're just not gonna fucking do it.
I never said
I feel like that idea has been buried a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been buried, bro. Like, it's already...
They don't want to fucking do it.
No, of course not.
That must have been the actual case. Clearly.
Yes.
I mean, you gotta realize, though, like, you're gonna have this ego when you're on that level versus another guy. Like, it's hard for...
It's not so much
It's hard for two legends. It's hard for two legends to coexist.
To me, Kendrick shit came off as a what is it called? Petty.
Yeah.
The Kendrick shit, the verse that it came across to me as petty as fuck.
Well, you weren't aware of the reasoning why he did that.
Yeah, but I heard what he said.
I mean, okay. So that's all you need to hear.
So what was his reasoning? Why did he do it?
On a first-person shooter, they were...
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
what did they talk about on a first-person shooter? Because I remember the song, but I don't remember him going at Kendrick like that.
I forgot what he had said or some shit. It was just slick little, like, remarks and, like... And imagine, it was supposed to be... They're talking about the big three and this and that. And, like... The thing is, supposedly, Kendrick was supposed to be on the track. Mm-hmm. And maybe he didn't get on it because they kept saying big three. Imagine.
I mean, then he would be on some petty shit, responding the way he did.
No, but the thing is, though, you got to realize if this dude that you've been cool with, Cole, is now fucking with a guy that's, like, your biggest...
Enemy.
Not your enemy, but your biggest rival. Like this, you and this guy don't see head to head, eye to eye. Like y'all been sending shots at each other.
They have two different styles though. Drake and Kendrick.
100%. But they don't like each other, bro. That's the thing. It is what it is. Now this guy is like he's going on tour with this guy. He's going to make tracks with him. They're talking about
like he knows that would propel him to that super status that he's seeking, like that
Cole?
next level. Yeah. That next level
and Kendrick is probably like, nah, fuck that. I'm not on that shit. I'm not trying to be buddy with you. You've been sending shots at me too. Like, I'm not on that. I'm not trying to get on the track with you. Like, let's say maybe it was that type of time. I feel like that's completely justified.
But Future fucks with Drake too. So why would Future even have Kendrick on his track like that? Future and Drake have made an album together.
They have problems now too.
Can we just see it at the end of the day? I mean, despite
I feel like Future and Drake
all
are
the
cool.
intricate shit that we tried to talk about
now.
is bullshit when you put it all aside and just look at what's really going on, right? Because you can understand that rap has always been just a ego pissing contest.
Yeah, of course.
In that way, right?
That's the shit. It's who's trying to be the best.
That's the shit in high school.
Nah, I don't agree with you.
But a 60-year-old motherfucker.
It creates content at the end of the day.
Yeah, but so does the fucking Kardashians. This is the male equivalent of keeping up with the Kardashians.
So what do we gotta do? Be fucking friendly and kumbaya with everybody?
Nah, bro. Nah, you can make music. You just don't gotta sound like a fucking 5th grader when you do it.
So what are you saying, that artists shouldn't compete?
That's not what I'm saying at all, bro. You keep coming up with the straw man.
So you're saying they should.
So you're saying. So you remember that interview? You remember that?
No, I don't. What are you referring to?
That? There was this famous Jordan Peterson interview where the lady, he would continue to explain himself and she would then change it and be like, so what you're saying is, and just keep coming up with new shit that he never said.
Okay, then correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, go for it.
Artists shouldn't compete in that sense?
In what sense?
And the idea that that the whole...
And just like...
battling, like right now what they're doing.
And just arguing about nothing?
I mean,
what do you mean though? They're arguing about who's the best.
I know, but that's
I just don't feel like they have real smoke.
Is that not childish though? Like, come on, bro.
They don't have real smoke. That's what I'm telling you. They've been cool, but now it's like a little. It's pow pow. It's like warning little shots. Like,
at the end of the day, it furthers each other's career and it makes them relevant.
That's good for them.
I'm just trying to see why Ape doesn't see that, like, when hip-hop has been born from that. Like, that's the whole essence of it.
That's what I'm saying, but, like, I'm
battle rap. Like, that's literally what
Maybe that's just not what Ape likes. Maybe that's just not up his alley.
That was awesome for me when I was, like, in 10th grade and shit, but I just don't give a fuck with these motherfuckers.
I mean, it does drive the youth, you feel me? And it makes, like, it makes more noise. It creates more noise in the space.
I'm not super invested either, Ape. I'm just saying it makes rap fun again. Like, it's like...
Isn't it petty, though? Is it not?
Is it petty?
Because you really think, like, they don't want to be the best?
Who?
I mean, they really want this.
Sure.
They do.
Okay, what's your point?
And it's a whole pissing contest.
It's an ego clash?
It's like like two kids arguing about who cheated on the game, you know? It's like, it's that type of shit, you know?
I guess, yeah.
Like we said, there's no real smoke, so...
I mean, not unless you...
It's not like you smoked each other's homies and they're like, oh,
see, here's the thing. If there was real smoke, it'd be even more pathetic.
It would be.
That's even more pathetic.
So that's why I at least respect it. It's just sparring. They're just going
at,
but
that's because you're comparing it to something that's even more retarded. Right?
What?
If you were to compare it to something significant, right?
What would be significant?
Like significant.
Like them talking about
No. That's a good question. What's significant that's different from what these guys are portraying right now? Like, name me something that's significant, like in rap music, that you can do that's like, okay.
Oh no, I'm not talking about no. Because see, that's the thing. It's since
in hip hop, it's kind of hard to like have significant themes. No.
I'm not talking about like making music with some mad depth. It's not even about music. It's just it is about music in many ways.
It is music.
Because of the fact that like on the one hand you see a motherfucker that's just out there, just arguing with another motherfucker that's not there. And like instead of just like calling each other or some shit, like they're singing about each other.
Yeah, rapping about each other, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's a very fucking odd thing.
It is kind of a weird space.
You said nothing.
It's very childish.
It's kind of a weird space to be in. Just because.
What was your question?
My question was, what's significant then? You said that's petty.
When I talk about something significant,
I would like to know
first
that.
of all, if it's something significant, I don't know why the fuck you'd put it in a song unless you want the song to go like fucking like super platinum and change the world or some shit, you know?
Did Tupac change the world?
I don't know, did he? I think every motherfucker changed the world, even a motherfucker that eats a Snickers bar.
I'd argue that Tupac changed the world in some ways.
Go for it.
He definitely
did. Go for it, yeah.
He definitely made hip hop go in a certain direction.
I'm sure. Yeah, of course he did.
And he definitely created like depth in his music, and like he had certain themes.
He did.
And he gave people like thought, like he wanted to get in people's minds and make people think about things. So.
I mean. I'm not sure what to make of that. Like,
regardless, forget all that. I still think battling in hip hop is needed.
Healthy competition.
You said it's needed?
Yeah, it's needed.
Why is it needed?
Because if a sport is born from that, that's the essence of it, Abe. That's what people are excited.
I mean, but shit changes over time, doesn't it?
But we're living in the present right now. We
Sure.
gotta take that into account. Like
shoes change all the time, but you're still gonna wear them, right?
Shit changes.
You're still gonna wear them to just. That's the essence of wearing sneakers.
But 2,000 years ago, everybody was wearing some open-toed shit made out of wood, right?
Yeah, but now we're talking about.
You're saying now, motherfuckers.
2,000 years ago, people didn't make music, bro.
Yeah,
they did. Hell yeah. There was
the fuck
definitely
you
music
smoking
2,000
right now,
years ago.
What were they making, bro? Ooh la la la, ooh, like some like.
They had instruments 2,000 years
I don't know
ago.
what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Yeah,
You
they
gotta
had
read
instruments.
motherfucker. You gotta read a history book. You coming at me with that shit?
What were they
taking shots at me now?
What were they playing? What
They
were
were
they
playing
playing?
percussion. There was definitely percussion back then.
There was percussion.
Yeah, hell
There
yeah.
were entire plays. They created.
But I'm talking about actual music.
Actual
guys.
music.
Like,
That is actual
They
music.
did have
I'm not
actual
saying it's
Especially back then, that was the actual music
Yo,
of the
my
time.
man, what fucking? Where are you getting this idea that music was created when
You
fucking
can't
Beethoven
be
showed
so
up?
2D about music, you know? Music is,
The
is
fuck
like...
you talking about?
I didn't try to. I
I
wasn't.
thought you were a fucking musician. You're coming
I
at me
wasn't- I
when
wasn't-
music didn't exist back then,
You guys are trying to roast me. I wasn't trying to take it back to that time.
bro. You got nah.
I meant to like modern contemporary times, my guy. Not fucking when people had percussions and only
Contemporary
had.
is such a wide term.
What the fuck is contemporary? 2,000 years ago
Yeah.
is contemporary?
It's not. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying, motherfuckers.
I wasn't trying to bring it to that time. That's what I'm saying.
You could bring it to whatever time. They were
Like,
still
you could
playing
say
that
when
shit.
people were recording in studios, Ape, and fucking not fucking
You could say-
cavemen making tracks on when their mouth and like fucking whatever the case was.
With
People
instruments,
were definitely
Yes.
singing
with actual
2,000 years
strings
ago.
and shit.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about when people were in studios, my guy. Just regular songs.
I'm
like,
not sure what is that.
But
have to
that's
do?
like compared it to like the bigger picture. That's only like the last like 40
Whatever,
years,
that's
50
not the
years.
point. That's not the
only like
point.
the last 50 years.
I don't even know why the fuck you brought that up. Huh?
Because
Hip-hop
we brought up an
emerged.
analogy and you're like, oh, we brought to like fucking.
What was the analogy?
Remember you were saying that things change over time, and I was
They
like,
do.
and then I said some dumb shit like, oh, people like shoes change over time. We still wearing sneakers,
Yeah.
right? Like whatever, or like shoes or whatever.
Right.
I forgot what the original, but that's
And
what
he was talking about the open toe shoes that we used to wear 2,000 years ago.
I
I think
know.
that's what started this.
And I said I wasn't trying to bring it back. I was talking about just music. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Fuck that. It's stupid. Anyway.
What point were you trying to make?
I forgot. We got tangent man into the fucking and I forgot the point.
I'm lost, bro. This is-
Same here. I'm fucking
Dude,
lost.
the point is the fucking healthy competition in hip hop.
Yes,
and
that's
you know,
that it's needed.
Yeah,
and
that
Ape
is-
saying it's not needed.
I'm listen.
I feel like
Ape wants to listen
it
to.
propels the culture forward. At the end of
Forget
the day.
that. Ape
Listen.
wants to listen to music that's all fucking just like very
But that's the beauty
He
about
thinks- he
music.
thinks-
You can listen to whatever you
He
want.
thinks I want to listen to rappers talk about
holding hands with each
about
other
love and shit. You
and
know?
holding hands and like
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
kumbaya.
I don't know why he thinks that. I haven't said that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You just claim that battle rap isn't needed.
It's not. Why would it be needed?
Why wouldn't it be needed?
You're the one that says it's needed. You have to explain why it is. What would happen to hip hop that would destroy it if it wasn't there?
It wouldn't have its competitive drive.
Why does it need that?
Because
form of
in
competition?
other genres, that's not portrayed the same.
How
In
should-
rock music, people aren't coming at each other.
oh, I would say they are.
There's beef,
Come
but
on,
there's like
man.
real
You
beef.
serious?
Musicians do come at each other. Yeah.
How though? In actual hip hop, it's actually you're talking about somebody. Like obviously, you can make a song and it.
But
could
why
be-
is that again? Why is that some shit? Like I don't give a fuck about that.
I'm not saying you do.
That's what I'm saying. Like why? I'm asking you why it's necessary.
I think it's more
I
like
think it's dope, and I think it's.
I think it's
you
more
could have just said
personal
you think
preference.
it's dope instead of saying it's necessary.
I mean,
Those are two very
Don't
different
take everything.
things.
You took it too literal. My bad.
Dude, it's personal preference at the end of the day. He likes the competition.
That's what I'm saying. He could've just said
you
that.
like more, you know, the stuff that's not
This
that
is
competitive.
Mr.
Holding
you know?
hands.
This is
and,
Mr.
I'm not
Artist.
gonna say that.
Mr. Artist Subjective.
Let me
pulls
hold
up.
hands together.
And then what he says is, no, fuck that. This is objective. It's needed.
I mean,
You go from subjective to objective, back and forth.
why am I surprised?
You
if
out
I'm
here
debating the
switching-
modern ape. Jesus
switching.
Christ. Why am I surprised? Though?
Switching like a fucking Floridian politician.
Don't be hating on Ron DeSantis, my boy.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the guy, the black dude that competed with him, who was ended up getting caught switching sides.
Shout out to that man.
He was changing
Was he a
governments.
Democrat?
He was. He was a fuck. I forgot his name, bro.
Yeah, you guys gotta pull up his name.
We need him on the pod.
Hell
Yo,
no.
but speaking of Ron, did you see his new show where he
He released some shit, some albums.
Ron DeSantis? I don't,
His new shit.
No man. His
He
new
dropped some new shit.
You're best. I'm talking about the law he dropped, the new shit he
what do you
dropped,
got?
where he's banning social media.
kids that are young.
Kids 15 and under.
Yeah, good luck with that shit. I
thought that was the dumbest shit ever.
Censorship.
Fascist, as Voss was saying.
A lot of parents would agree with him though. Like they don't want their kids on social media until they're a certain age or whatever. I don't know about
fascist.
That's that. Voss was said that immediately. Oh, fascist! Like that's.
Ron DeSantis is probably like anti-fascist, definitely. Like he definitely doesn't fuck with any of that shit.
You gotta understand when a communist talks about fascism as a bad thing, I laugh because
you listen
because of the fact that he's out
there.
They're
lost. Yeah, it's kind of like
he's out
very
there,
similar.
He's out there saying no. When I do it, it's called communism and it's great. When they do it,
it's fascism.
It's fascism.
Yeah,
and it's bad. And I'm
but you know.
It's still both authoritarian.
At the end of the day, you're still gonna bury millions of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Some dictator shit. It's like I don't get like why they even. But whatever. A liberal would call.
At least communists practice what they preach.
A liberal would call a Ron DeSantis fascist. Like that's their go-to term.
A liberal would call a stop sign fascist. A liberal would Bill Mayer would argue with a stop sign.
He would. He would. But let me ask you then. What are your actual thoughts on aesthetics? What the fuck is aesthetics?
I mean, that's
We're
tough.
back to this.
What is it, bro? Because motherfuckers have talked about it for millennia.
Like I said, aesthetics to me is more visual, feeling type deal. You know, that's how I feel about it. And aesthetic is like a concept. It's like we're gonna go with this concept, and that's what we're gonna stick to. You know.
Yeah, I guess if I could describe aesthetics in a sentence, I would say, or in a question, the question would be, what is beauty? Right.
To the individual.
No, that's a question about whether or not beauty is objective or subjective.
Beauty is definitely subjective. Definitely.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Because there is a standard of beauty, but beauty could vary like between me and Yosh, like how we think. You feel me? Like he could think a bitch is bad, and I could think another bitch is bad.
What about
and maybe we're not either wrong or right.
What about if there's a superior amount of people that would consider something?
Well, to have a superior amount of people, a superior amount of people, all you have to have is numbers. There's strength in numbers. If a certain number of people think that this is what's right or this is what's beautiful, then the whole world will start believing. Like just like the white Europeans. Yeah, the white Europeans were beautiful, right?
Fuck all that. If I pull up a chick that's like a fucking 10, perfect, and I pull up a chick that's
subjective, but yeah.
Okay, let's just say she's like.
She's
the standard.
She's the standard.
Standard, like, let's say, I don't even know.
What type of beauty? Because there's, like, black beauty. There's, like, white beauty. There's, like, Middle Eastern beauty. There's,
let's just say she has a nice, perfect ass, perfect titties, in shape.
But there's still an ethnicity behind there. What, you feel me? Because there has to be an ethnicity behind her. Sure. And then that's, like, okay, you go to that ethnicity, and then there's, like, that standard of beauty.
Right, but that's more of a habit. Right, so like,
it would be a creature of habit. Yeah, it would be because like they've been used to this for so long, and there's this number of people that say that this is what they like, and then people get behind it.
But health is still gonna be the top, like because those are signs.
What about people that like big beautiful women?
Yeah, they might like them.
Are they wrong?
They might.
What about
are they not beautiful?
What about award shows?
Well, they might not be right.
What about all that?
It's possible that they're not right. I mean,
what about award shows?
What about award shows?
I mean,
that's just people dick riding each other.
I could just give it to you.
It's an ego contest.
Let me just give it to you like this. Suppose somebody said that diabetes was beautiful, right?
Diabetes?
Diabetes is fucking gorgeous.
Wouldn't that be their preference?
Right.
Would you be allowed to tell them that they're wrong?
About diabetes?
Yeah.
I could argue that diabetes is not beautiful.
What if they're talking about the aesthetic of it instead of like the actual health complications? Because they're not talking about like, oh, we think diabetes and your low blood sugar. That's not what we're attracted to. We're attracted to what it does to you, and it makes you fat, and it makes you a certain image.
Oh, it doesn't have to make you fat. I mean,
but I'm saying like that. What if that's their argument? Like we're attracted to that. It makes you a bigger person, not so much the health complications that are behind the diabetes.
Well, I would say it doesn't necessarily make you a bigger person. I mean, you could be skinny and have it. You know, perfect.
Maybe they do have type 1 and they're super skinny. What if that's the aesthetic that they're into, or the type of look that they're into?
I say that's a terrible argument because I mean you could be perfectly skinny without it.
Like I said, they're not thinking about the health complications. They're not saying diabetes is beautiful. I don't think anyone has ever said diabetes is beautiful in this life.
Hold it up, brother.
I would say because the whole point that I'm trying to make is that like if everybody agreed on one thing,
strength in numbers. That's what I was talking about.
It wouldn't make it true. Or false. It would just make it an agreement, right? The same thing with beauty. So if somebody pulls up and says, diabetes is fucking gorgeous or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
If enough people got behind them, then I'm sure that would be a theme.
It would be a theme. I'm sure it would.
A reoccurring theme, yeah.
I'm
if
sure
there's enough people to get behind any movement, how do you think the Nazis came to be? Yeah. That's not a good movement. That's not positive. That's super negative. Yeah, that's fucked up. But still, a bunch of Jews died.
But that is subjective, though, right?
The Holocaust is subjective?
Is it not?
Certain scholars would argue with you that, it
No, I don't mean the Holocaust being subjective. I mean that whether or not it was beautiful is subjective.
This is getting dark. This is getting a dark place.
I don't know about that, dude. I don't want to sound like an anti-Semite.
Is that one objective?
No, you're not gonna get me to say that.
Is aesthetics subjective until we get political aesthetics?
I mean, but I would argue that. I would argue that is
subjective.
That is subjective because there is people that probably would think.
So you think the Holocaust is subjective?
I didn't say the event was subjective. I said that
whether or not it was beautiful.
Whether or not it was beautiful. I'm sure some people thought it was beautiful. Hitler.
I'm sure there's still people alive that think it was beautiful. There's still people alive that will get behind
Hitler
that
is
movement.
the biggest dude you could point to. This man thought it was beautiful.
He did.
So it's like, of course,
he ended up dying in a bunker to a cyanide pill.
That's what people think, but
it was a beautiful death.
I mean, yeah. He probably thought it was too, right?
With his mistress.
He thought that shit was a flop.
Nah, he was tight. He felt the pressure rising. And
the Allies were on his ass. The Allies got there the next day after he killed himself.
I don't respect that.
So
though.
he knew he was gonna die.
I don't respect Hitler if he did go out like that because he didn't go out like a G. So
him and his mistress took cyanide pills and they fucking died along with their dogs right there in that bunker.
Pussy shit.
Wait, why should he have stuck around?
He was gonna go to the Nuremberg trials and they were gonna sentence him to death anyways.
If you did all that shit, get shot and get killed. That's
why. He just didn't want to go out like the way people were gonna make him go out, which was death sentence. He wanted to go out on his own terms.
My God, you think a guy like Hitler is gonna want to go to fucking like Israel
and then go to trial
and be in front of a bunch of Jews
that are judging him?
He's gonna stare at Jews in his final moments?
And they're judging him? God forbid.
What do you think would have happened?
Who do you think you're talking about, bro?
What do you think would have happened if Hitler stayed alive?
He would have gone to the Nuremberg trials and he would have been sentenced to death.
Pretty much, yeah.
What else was gonna happen?
Yeah. First of all, he wasn't even the same Hitler by that time. He was already a fucked up, debilitated, drug addicted,
super drug addicted, and he was on like heavy opiates. He was on like
we actually don't know that. Actually, we're not 100% sure on that.
Oh, we know he was on.
He had a personal doctor that was pretty. When he went to go to talk to Mussolini in Italy, they were drugging him up so that he could go and perform these crazy speeches and be active and be like this animated personality that was known for giving these crazy hate speeches.
That there was actually some fiction to that, so I don't know.
The people say that the whole Holocaust was fiction. Are you gonna agree with that?
Who told you that shit? Nick Fuentes?
No.
There are people that argue that. There are people that argue that. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I mean what V said, but no, but there's definitely motherfuckers that would deny that the Holocaust occurred. I think they're fucking retarded, but.
Yeah, there's too much. At this point, there's too much history. There's too much proof.
I don't think they deny that it happens. I think they deny the number. I think they deny the number.
The number, yeah. And also the cause of death. A lot of them think it was typhus that killed the Jews, right? And typhus was killing. That's not a person. Typhus is a
deity, right?
No. Typhus is basically like some virus disease type shit that motherfuckers were getting back then.
Oh, they were saying that's what was actually killing them?
Yeah, and it was all over the place.
But you don't remember that the first Holocaust death toll was made by the Soviet Union, and they said 6 million, and then they had to revise it, and then they're like, we can give you 1 million, 1.5 million, and now at the National Holocaust Museum they say it's 1.5 million, like the death toll. Yeah, that's because the Soviet Union was wrong. Like basically, when they said 6 million, like it was propaganda or whatever.
Even then, though, regardless, it was horrible.
Yeah, terrible act of human violence and just like infringing upon others' rights. It's just terrible act.
There's been a thing going on like on Twitter where people are saying Christ is king, and it's kind of like a subliminal to throw shots at Jews.
It's like from the what did they say, from the ocean from the river to the sea. Yeah, from the river to the sea. It's just like that. Yeah.
It's interesting.
You been seeing that on Twitter?
Yeah, I did see it.
Christ is king.
It was goofy.
What's your thoughts on Milo Yiannopoulos?
White nationalist.
Yo, he was gay and now he's a Christian nationalist.
Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah, that's mad weird.
This is a man who
Deeply troubled, definitely.
Has not been able to.
You know who he runs the whole Vultures campaign? I didn't even know that.
He works for Kanye.
Yeah, he's like the one of the CEOs and shit.
He needs a different psychoanalyst though. The one he has is
no, that's a complicated human being for sure.
Trying to help him
and definitely battling demons.
Listen, conversion therapy is just not a good approach for a dude who's been dicked down that many times, bro. It's just not gonna happen, you know.
I just think he's an interesting guy, bro. Like, I was watching some videos.
There should be a case study on him,
bro.
right?
I was watching a video where he was debating Destiny, bro, and just his mannerisms and the
gay
way
as
he
shit.
Not gay as shit, but like it's
definitely gay as shit though. I mean, come on.
It's so based, and like the way he talks, he's like, like he speaks very like. I'm like, yo, this man is.
But that's what Kanye aligned with.
He's bugged out, bro. Like, he's bugged out. But whatever. I bring him up to say, do you guys know why he got canceled?
Yeah.
Because he went on Joe Rogan and he claimed that, like, he said he had you could have a positive experience from, like, pediatry, whatever that's just called. Like he had sexual interactions with an older man while he was a minor.
Yeah.
And I believe it was, like, on some, like, church shit. Like,
he said it could be positive?
He said he had a positive experience.
From pedophilia?
Bad? No, I don't think it was some church shit. It was
okay, I could be wrong. I don't know.
It was an actual like relationship that he had.
With an older guy, yeah.
And he said that a lot of like gay dudes have done this and consider it a good thing or some shit. Basically, children? Yeah, it was basically a defense of pedophilia in many ways and
and grooming,
pretty much.
And grooming,
and he said he claimed he had a positive experience from it, and
he could claim whatever he wants, bro. That guy is fucked up in the head. He needs a case study.
But do you think he should have been canceled for that?
A lot of people would cancel a lot of people for saying that.
Like, but he was actually banned on everything. Like, now he's probably... Destiny had a joke where he's, like, fucking making money off Telegram. Because, like, that's where... like, he has, like, a niche...
Who is it nowadays?
It was super funny. So, yeah. Like, that he has, like, a niche Telegram business. Like, some shit.
He's making money off Patreon.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, like... But literally, I get it, though. Because, yo, the man's literally banned everywhere, bro.
The gay conservative movement is behind him.
And it's funny because when he was on his gay shit, Milo, he did have a huge conservative following. Like, a lot of people actually fucked with him, bro.
Yeah.
Which is actually,
I'm sure a lot of people fuck with him now.
No. It's dropped down. Like, when he was on, like, JRE and shit, like, that's when he was at his prime.
It's
like,
just that there's some shit that'll disappoint you about a motherfucker, and then there's that shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, him defending pedophilia and grooming is kind of weird.
I don't think he was defending it, though, per se.
He was saying you can have a positive experience.
No, he said he had a positive experience.
Which is weird.
But I don't think he was, like...
How old was he?
I don't know, though. That's a good question. I don't remember the age.
Someone needs to delve deep into his psyche.
I don't think he should have been canceled for that, though. But do I think that's fucking disgusting? Of course. I don't agree with fucking pedophilia.
I'm with you on that.
But I don't think he should be canceled for that, bro. Because let's keep it a buck.
Honestly, I don't think anyone should be canceled. I think everyone has the right to their own opinion. And I think being canceled is stupid.
We could debate that.
I think being canceled is dumb.
We could debate that. But Joe Rogan had a good point where he said that if somebody talked about... If somebody talked about, like, if I was a young guy and I talked about me having a good time as a minor with an older chick, that would be
looked up. Like,
you wouldn't get canceled for that.
No, that people would applaud you, if anything. They'd be like, oh, yeah, you fucked this cougar bitch. Ha, ha, ha.
I mean, if he was mad serious about it, like, yeah, bro, I was, like, 14 and she was, like, 48, you know what I'm saying? And... You know what I'm saying? Like, she really...
Bro, Mark Norman...
a lot about
Mark Norman always talks about it. He's a comedian. He talks
That's what I'm saying. He's a comedian.
I mean, I guess you're right. That gives it a little...
But it gives it a bit of an edge.
If a dude was like, it's actually good. I think every, like, 14-year-old should be, like, just...
I don't think Milo stated that, though. You didn't see how
Boosie got his young children head from, like, these older escorts when they were, like, 16?
Who?
Boosie. He had his kids get head from these escorts when they were like 16.
Yeah.
And he was catching fire for that.
I remember
and
that.
People were like,
honestly, I don't think that's bad.
See, we might not think that's bad, but that's because we're red-blooded males.
You're 16, you want to fuck.
But we're red-blooded males, and we know about what it was like when we were 16 and we were horny as fuck. Testosterone was spiking, you feel me, in our body.
Listen. And I'm going to give some points on Boosie for, like, actually setting it up nice. He probably got his son some condoms. He was like, listen, he probably paid for like a really like
nice escort.
expensive
bro,
one.
Come on, bro. The vast
She probably
majority,
got tested, had results.
You think Boosie had him tested? Get the fuck out of here,
Listen, bro. For his kids, he wants to make sure, my boy.
No. I don't think he got him tested.
You gotta understand, bro. Like when you're 16, you want to
Boosie's a hood nigga at the end of the day.
Listen,
at the end of the day, he's hood.
I'm just adding bravado, but I'm sure he went out and about to keep it super like official, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I mean? But in all honesty though, that is funny though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like getting an escort for your son at 16 is funny.
But he caught a lot of slack for that. Like people were like trying to cancel him. I mean, Boosie's kind of like uncancelable because he always speaks his mind no matter what.
How old were the chicks?
They were like, I don't know. I don't think he specified.
Cause
they were just older escorts, and but his sons were 16.
To keep it a buck, there are 16-year-olds out there that I'm sure are smashing 20-year-olds right now. You know why he caught more slack for it? Because he said he was doing it to prevent his sons from going gay. Like, he wanted to give them the sexual experience to prevent his sons from going gay. So I think that's why he caught even more slack for it.
That's retarded.
Oh my god! Yeah, now he's just being Boosie.
Now he's just talking.
Yeah, now he's just trolling.
Yeah, now he's just making noise.
But that's pretty much what Milo's on. He's trying to give himself conversion therapy. You know, he's trying to become straight. You know, he's trying to do all that shit.
Is he? But can you really become straight by giving yourself? Isn't that shit tied into your DNA? I feel like if my son was gay, he would tell me or he would like dress in dresses, or he would show me that he's gay. Like I don't have to convince my son to be gay or encourage his gayness or encourage him to be gayer. He should just be gay and be himself.
But see, it's a thing where like it's not. Yeah, there's a strong biological element to it, but it's not just biological.
It should be written in your DNA from the time you were born.
Because it's both. It's
exposure.
It's both genetic and environmental.
Yeah, but that's that whole nurture versus nature debate.
No, it's not versus. It's both. It's nurture. It's not a versus.
Nature.
It's both. Yeah, it's always both. I mean, there's not one without the other. That doesn't exist.
But at the very root cause of it, it's nature.
No.
At the very root of it, it has to have something to do. The curiosity for you to engage in that sort of behavior has to be nature.
No,
it has to be.
No,
and that's what I believe personally.
I'm just telling you.
Those are my personal beliefs.
Just telling you as an objective fact. Like
You're the moderator?
You're speaking too much, Leo.
All of the actual like the behaviors that we tend to exhibit, unless they're like classically conditioned, which means they're like reflexive and they're not really something that you learn from consequence, but rather something that you learn by instinct. I mean, there is a cultural element to it. That's true for biology generally. I mean, like it's not like just it's not like sexuality is the only exception to the rule that it's all nature and nurture.
But to me, sexuality isn't so fluid. The curiosity for it comes from the nature, from your DNA.
It comes
the
from
curiosity
both.
for it.
It comes from both. It's more. It's
that would be where the debate starts.
It's not really much of a debate. I mean,
that's how you view it.
No, it's not my view. It's actual science.
It's like, nigga, you don't know what you're saying.
I know motherfuckers like to be coming out and saying shit like, "Oh no, I knew, when I was a fetus that I wanted some dick." You know what I'm saying? Like. But I'm
saying it was written into their DNA.
But it's a common, like, see, DNA, it's not just DNA says this. Like, DNA isn't just some shit that's, like, planted to the point where it's completely forever fixed. For the actual physical traits, your chromosomes, yeah, that's fixed, but you have actual alleles, so there's flexibility in it. So, like, some people, they can go through some seriously fucked up shit and never become depressed. Because that's their genetic makeup. But some people, they can live they can go through a fucked up experience and feel terrible, go through a great experience and then feel great. And some motherfuckers, nothing bad happens and they need a fucking tissue and shit.
Yeah. Guys, before I forget my thought, I saw this funny ass shit that I just remembered right now. There was a man actually out there in the world that never got to see a woman in his life.
Who's that?
There's been a couple of those. And think about monks, like monks born in these like holy temples that all they do is meditate all day. I'm sure they don't really get a lot of action.
I'm sure he wasn't a monk though, Leo. He was just some dude.
I'm saying like that type of person is probably.
But who is this dude?
I forgot, bro. I don't know much context. I don't know much context, but I think he passed away and then he never got to see a woman.
And it was tied to some monk type deal,
bro. It was.
It was. I know who you're talking about, bro. That he lived to be like 60 or 80 or some shit like that. And he never got to touch a woman or experience any sexual satisfaction at all. He did go to like a convent or like a monk type deal, like in a certain point of his life, and he died like that, and that's why he never got to experience like a woman.
Damn,
that's a fucking tragic L.
But that was his choice.
I mean, it wasn't much of an L because he never got to experience it, so he doesn't even know how great it was. But it's like, bro, damn, dog.
I saw a video the other day.
That motherfucker was about to explode. You know he was like that nigga was filled with cum, bro. Like,
bro, I just seen the other day like a real life 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
And they get like this man laid like on YouTube.
That's funny.
And I was just thinking like that. Once you reach 40 and you've never been laid, there has to be something deeper there. It isn't just like you haven't had the chance or there's something deeper there. Like there's some psychological shit going on there. Like they don't think they're good enough, or maybe they're closeted. I don't know. There's something going on there. Because you can't just be 40 years old and not have ever.
Say it's a closeted dude though. Like, come on, bro. Like that's a long ass time to like be waiting and shit.
For real, bro.
Eventually, you're gonna fucking hit puberty. All right.
Yeah, bro.
But some of these people feel insecure to the point where they don't think they can like mingle with women, or they don't think they'll have access or success for that matter.
Maybe motherfuckers just have bad luck, Leo.
Nah,
dude, who do you know out of your whole life that has even been a 20-year-old virgin? Do you know any 20-year-old virgins besides women? I don't know any men in my high school, in my graduating class. There was no fucking 20-year-old virgins.
You're asleep.
No, I'm sure
there's
none that I know of. None that I know of.
Yeah, I'm sure
none that I know of.
There is, bro.
You had someone personally that you knew like that?
I've known people that are 20.
Yeah, bro. Of course, bro.
I have
a bunch of friends I've had.
Yeah,
it's normal.
I have, bro. It's just that, like, in high school, motherfuckers won't admit it.
Okay, what if you knew them up until the age they were 40 and they were still virgins?
Just like if you get a group of kids in high school, right, and anyone starts talking about how he can, fucking destroy a bitch because he has like a mandingo cock, every other dude is gonna tell you that his cock is a ruler, right? No one has an average dick.
Not even,
20
bro.
dudes, every single dude is home.
Then that's just like an ego contest.
How many religious people don't fuck till they get married?
Yeah, that's a thing, sure. I mean, it's not so much a thing now. But
I'm just saying,
though. Back in the day, that was certainly a thing.
Yo, priests are fucking.
Even priests are fucking.
They're fucking boys, but they're fucking.
Yeah, even priests are
Apparently, Milo says that's like the reason, or I forgot who said it. It might not be Milo. Somebody said the reason why priests engage into like sexual acts with kids and shit is because of the fact that they don't have any sexual.
I mean, there's the power dynamic. There's a bunch of other like psychological stuff that.
No, but they don't have sex though. Their whole life, right? Am I correct? Isn't that like Catholic?
No, until marriage, I think.
No, I believe Catholic priests don't have sex.
Yeah, they don't marry. They don't marry. No.
They don't fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
like
supposed to be celibate.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be celibate then. You're not supposed to be touching these little children.
But I'm saying that's what I know. But that's what I'm saying.
Should tell that to them. They don't fucking listen, bro.
Yeah.
Did you see like in Boston there was like this whole ring of like Catholic priests that got busted that were like touching little kids, and they would just get moved around to different municipalities and they would get called by the Catholic Church.
And then
in Boston it was like a huge thing.
Yeah.
That sucks, bro.
Vatican is fucking sick, bro. Jesus.
I forgot.
Would you say it's like a rite of passage in the Vatican?
Oh shit, Ron called me.
I hope not. Fuck. That is some next level shit. A rite of passage. God damn.
Yo, you know what's some crazy shit? Like, have you guys you know what bichotes are, bro?
No.
Isn't it like gay
it's some dumbass shit where like people buy sweets and desserts like with like it's like a dick or like a pussy or like tits. You never seen that?
I've seen
candy.
I've seen a cake with tits on it, but not.
No, but like it's actual. Like it could be like a dessert or like a sweet. Like it's like a little shop and they sell that. Like it's called bichotes.
So they just sell like genitalia
sweets.
And then the person that serves it up to you like serves it up to you sexually and shit.
Yeah. No, that's some extra spots, bro.
But you've seen that too.
I've seen those wild ass videos, but there are spots where they just sell genitalia sweets, and I'm like, are people paying extra money just to eat a sweet shaped
like a cock?
Like a cock, bro? Yeah. I delivered. I was about to say I ordered. I delivered. I delivered one on Uber, and then I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, yo, is someone really paying extra money to do this right now?
It makes sense that they would do it on Uber.
Well,
they didn't want to show up.
No, but there was a bunch of people. There was a bunch of people in the store, and I'm just judging them. I'm like, yo,
most
you were in the store. They were judging you.
Most of the luxurious shit that people engage in. The vast majority of like luxurious shit that people engage in has always been like useless.
I mean, sure. I mean, they claim that
in other words, it adds no value more than like what the regular thing itself adds.
Do you think the like sports and entertainment and all that is just a ploy to distract people?
I mean, it might distract people, but
wasn't that a claim that was the whole thing with the Coliseum back in the days and the gladiators?
Well, that's true. It was used for distraction, but the fact is, I mean,
but people also showed up out of like they liked it.
People want to be distracted.
But do you think it's a distraction to keep?
And there's always the competitive aspect of it. People want to be competitive.
It's 100%. Art has always been used as a distraction. Events, competition has always been used as a distraction.
But as a ploy, like a ploy for a distraction.
No, I mean it's human nature. It's something that people enjoy.
People gravitate to that naturally.
Just
like combat sports, people want to see that primal violence. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
People want to see a motherfucker beat up someone else. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And they want to see the primality of it.
Yeah.
Which in a way, do you think that's morally wrong?
No,
not
at all.
No consent. You want to do it.
And these people are doing what they love. These people love to beat the shit out of other people.
They might not love brain damage, but they sure as hell love giving it.
Yeah.
But they might end up with CTE.
They might give somebody CTE.
I'm sure Tom Brady doesn't think about CTE. I'm sure he thinks about the 6 or 7 rings.
They both agreed to do it.
Tom Brady's a quarterback, though.
Yeah, and they get CTE from all the sacks that they get and how hard they get.
Yeah, but he's not like he's in the back. He's gonna throw it and like
they
versus
a
fucking.
Dude, they get sacked hard as shit.
Of course they do. They're all the players are gonna get sacked.
Have you seen that guy Joe Burrows from Cincinnati? Dude, in the Super Bowl, I think he got sacked like 8 times, like hard as fuck. Like, yo, they took that guy down.
I mean, there is something you could say against like this idea of like, oh, just because they agree to it between each other doesn't mean
it more.
I wouldn't bring back, for example, duels, right?
Motherfuckers with swords about to kill themselves and shit.
Even with, like back in the day,
or the motherfuckers on those horses with the fucking this giant stick that they would like fucking
the ones that had like the very old rifles and guns and shit like that. And
let's duel.
Yeah,
and then let's take 3 steps and turn around and shoot each other.
You sign a contract and you fucking do it. I wouldn't bring that back.
Let me tell you, that is one of the wildest ways to set like.
It was in the Wild Wild West.
In the wild, wild.
But there's no contention. Like in the NFL, you're competing against a select group of people that all wanted to go there. In a duel, you could go up to any motherfucker and be like, "Yo,
let's duel.
I'm gonna go in front of your wife and kids and be like, yo, you're a fucking pussy." You know what I'm saying? Like, sign the contract, bitch. You know?
They wouldn't even sign a contract. They would just duel, like right here on the spot. Like, let's duel.
No, but that would be illegal though.
And in this day and age, I guess, yeah.
But back when duels were legal, like you had to sign the contract.
Sign the shit, my boy.
I mean, not when you were in the Viking era, but in the modern, like
in the Wild Wild West, you had to sign a contract.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they would just go up to each other and be like, "Yo, you're a bitch, dude. Let's duel."
Yeah, that was illegal.
But it was the Wild Wild West. A lot of shit was illegal, and they were still doing it.
Yeah, and it was still illegal, and the sheriff would still try to do something about it.
You know what's
not every sheriff. Probably just a select few that were really worried about law and order.
Okay, you've been watching them Western movies. Them shits
no, I'm just saying, reality. Like, you don't think that's how it actually went down back then?
No, I don't think it was like Clint Eastwood said.
I don't think it was so.
It wasn't like Clint Eastwood said.
I don't think there was so much law and order behind it, especially behind a duel.
Behind a duel,
something so primal.
Yeah, it was illegal. If you didn't have a contract, that's illegal.
You know what I hate when people bring up an argument?
Otherwise, you could just kill any motherfucker. And there'd be no repercussions and nobody gives a fuck. You just be a serial killer and nobody gives a shit.
There was a lot of serial killers back then.
You know what I hate when
they were wanted.
When people bring up an argument.
The posters,
the bounty.
When people bring up like the whole like fallacy shit, like it's like, bro.
What?
You could say anything's a fallacy.
Yeah, like I hate when like I was watching an argument, I forgot what it was, and somebody.
As long as they say what type of fallacy it is.
You didn't have just because you couldn't understand the argument, it doesn't mean it's not true. Like I'm like, bro, just like why you gotta explain all this shit?
You're sounding real liberal, left leaning right now.
I'm just saying I hate when they just bring just say what you meant to say. Don't say it's a fallacy. It's like I just hate it. I think it's cringe, bro.
I mean, people get more wrapped up around the psychology and like the thinking behind it than like the actual event.
I think that the main issue there is that motherfucker, you have to be able to explain what the fallacy is if you're gonna say there's a fallacy. And if the other motherfucker didn't say shit, then just explain that he didn't say shit.
Yeah, just say that. Don't be like, yo, like, I don't know. I just think it's like a waste of time. People were like, so I just seen some dude debating like that. And I was like, he just kept bringing up fallacies. I'm like, dude.
Says everything is a fallacy.
Yeah, it's like, bruh, shut up.
Okay,
like,
what type of fallacy? Where's the fallacy?
And then he'll bring it up and then explain it, but it's like, okay. But
so was it an actual fallacy what he was bringing up, or because if he's right, then it'd be pretty annoying if another motherfucker's just constantly bringing up fallacies, and you're just pointing them out, and he just keeps bringing them up.
I mean, I guess too. No, I'm not saying that the dude arguing him had any right or was right in the way he was arguing. It was horrible, but it just get annoying. I'm like, okay, this is going nowhere. Like I was like, yeah,
right.
But yeah, I just thought that was. I don't know why I have that on my notes, but.
I mean, at a certain point, people argue more about like the mentality behind something. Like I said, rather than the actual event, like they go too deep into it, and you know.
I was gonna say, what's really a good person?
Oh, we were talking about that earlier, weren't we?
We were talking about whether or not
good or bad people exist.
Whether or not V thinks that morality is subjective.
I just had a question.
You were in the gray area.
No, I have a question. I was gonna say. I just feel like my whole thing was that it's sometimes it's not black and white. Like it's very, like people are so complex.
I mean, there's definitely people that are more gray than black and white, but there's also people that are really good, really bad. And then there's more people that are in the middle.
But you think it's objective?
Would you say...
No, I wouldn't say it's objective.
You say it's subjective.
Yeah, definitely, because good and bad is different to certain people. What I think is good could be bad to you, you feel me? What you think is good could be bad to me.
Do you think someone who saves the world... Let's say he saves... Like, he's done some extremely evil shit, but he also saves the world as well.
You're asking if that lets him off for the evil shit?
Sure.
No.
No?
No.
You would still consider him a bad person?
No. I want to put it to you like this, right? Like, let's say some dude...
You could save the world and be like the last man standing.
Say some dude goes around and he liberates, I don't know, fucking Kenya. Right? He makes it a free country and fucking makes it great and amazing and it's all prosperous and it's outdoing every other nation and it's doing amazing and then he kills your fucking sister. Right? And like, okay... He liberated these guys, and so now there's no consequence. He fucked me over.
Right.
He still fucked me over. So whatever good he did, that doesn't change what he did to me. I mean, they're two separate things, right? I mean, otherwise you could get away with all types of shit. I mean, if I could become a doctor and not get paid and just save 10 lives only to go off and kill 10 motherfuckers, you'd be like, all right, it's like you did nothing, right? You're neutral. Save 10 motherfuckers, kill 10 motherfuckers, all good. You're fine.
Nah, that's not...
I think that's quite how it works.
I see what you're trying to say, but that's kind of my point where it's very, like, it's not black and white,
You can't nullify a good with a bad. I mean, because of the fact that, like I said, it's not... If that guy liberates that country and kills your sister's still dead.
True.
There is
But I would think he's a bad person personally because he's affected.
But
if he just murdered your sister for the fuck of it, he is a bad.
Can I intercede?
Yeah,
no matter what good he did.
Yeah, right.
Look at all these innocent civilians dying in Gaza or whatever. You feel me? Over this Israel-Gaza war.
Yeah.
And then Netanyahu was like even laughing about it the other day. He was like, "Oh, it's war." Like the civilian food workers that got killed.
Yeah.
That one was an American citizen and there was a Canadian. He was talking about like, "Oh, that's war," and he was even laughing about it. Netanyahu. He was literally laughing about it. He was like, "Oh, that's war."
Right.
And what do you think about that?
I wasn't there. I didn't see any of that shit. I don't know where you're talking about.
You can see the video right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fucking...
I don't know what to think about that. I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah,
if you're laughing at like people that have been like murdered and
he
you're
was just
in
saying,
a position
that's
of
war,
power over
like-
it, like that's some sick shit to laugh at.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
obviously...
A lot of people were criticizing him over it.
What was I gonna say? What about somebody that's gonna put their hand on a hot stove?
What about it?
Do you think everybody will have the same... Is that objective? Would everybody be hurt from it?
Well, there's some people that have neurological conditions where they don't feel pain. They would still be physically hurt, but they wouldn't feel pain. In other words, their body would
wouldn't be affected by it.
Their body
Holy
would
shit.
suffer the consequences.
Dude, X won't even let me look it up. That's
They
so
just wouldn't
crazy.
feel it. So it wouldn't be like, oh, it wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah, you wouldn't feel it.
Are those the only exceptions?
Yeah, unless if you have the capacity to feel pain, you're gonna feel pain
No matter what.
when that happens.
Where did I see that again? I don't even remember.
I mean, Sam Harris brought that up.
Oh, yeah, that shit you sent me. I seen a little bit of it. Weren't they talking about morality?
Yeah, Sam Harris was having a conversation with Alex O'Connor, and he was asking, because Sam Harris has this contention that we can actually set objective standards of morality or something like objective standards by actually basing the standards on what the facts tell us logically.
So, is the stove one example?
The stove would be an example.
Because we all feel pain.
Because you feel pain, and not necessarily because you feel pain. I mean, say that the case of the person that doesn't feel pain. I mean
that would be
it would still suck for them. It would still be fucking up their health.
But they just wouldn't feel the pain.
Right. So if you agree, I mean the entire portion of it, I do agree with Alex O'Connor in that interview. He was basically saying something like, well, yeah, you can inform all of it by science. I mean, you can make decisions based on the facts, and I'm all for that. But that doesn't change the fact that you still have to accept the conception that it's better to what is it called, to not feel pain than to feel pain. Now, of course, you can get a masochist or whatever, and the point he's trying to make with that is that you still can't tie it down to fact. In other words, you still can't tie it down to because when you say something like good or bad, you're already in the domain of what might as well be aesthetics.
Right.
Which is why I think aesthetics are pretty interesting when it comes to topics of morality. Because they're also subjective. They inform a lot of morality. And it's still the fact that, when you look at things that people prefer, I mean, they still prefer certain smells. You might be able to find one sick motherfucker who likes the smell of feces in his face. However, doesn't change the fact that feces can give you, infections and fucking parasites and lead to your detriment, and that, the vast majority of humans developed an evolutionary trait to find it aversive and not want to be smeared in feces constantly, right?
Or even smell that shit. It's like...
Right, and so you can tie it to fact by looking at the fact that it's unhealthy.
Right. I wanted to... I forgot what I was...
But then you would still be saying, I prefer health to not health. At the end of the day, you would end up with almost like what the existentialists were saying, like, why not just kill yourself or some shit,
So do you think there's a good and bad?
I think that people believe that there is a good and bad. I think everybody believes that there is a good and bad, and so far as everybody has preferences.
We have this, mental construct of what's good and what's bad.
I mean, mental construct makes it sound sociological, which I detest. I don't see it. I mean psychologically.
Explain.
So first of all, motherfuckers say the word mental construct. Construct is just something that you observe indirectly in science. So like depression, you can't observe depression directly. I don't give a fuck if somebody's crying. That doesn't mean they have depression.
Sure.
Right. Some motherfuckers will cry over anything.
They'll be the happiest motherfuckers that are depressed. Although they look happy at least. They're
or 2 seconds later they'll be perfectly fine and
right,
nothing
right.
happened.
Like William Robbins.
Any.
You mean Robin Williams?
Robin Williams. Yeah.
So you can't measure depression. You can't diagnose depression by observing it directly. So you have a set of symptoms that are tied together, and when you have enough of those symptoms consistent with the criteria and all the evidence that's been done to study what depression is, then you put it all together and you.
But you said psychologically.
Yeah, but so I'm giving depression as an example of a construct.
Right.
Right. So you tie all of these variables that are associated with each other and found commonly and that have biological components to them and environmental components, and then you say we can't measure it directly, but using all of these signs and symptoms, we can give a diagnosis, which means we can measure it indirectly. Right. So you're not measuring it directly, you're measuring it indirectly. That's what's meant by a construct. In scientific sense of the word. So when motherfuckers say shit like social construct, they're talking about some shit that you can observe that you observe indirectly socially. But what they think they're talking about is just some shit that society made up.
That's what I thought sometimes. Yeah. I swear.
So
wait, where are we going off with this? Oh, good and bad.
Yeah, I think what you were trying to say is, do you mean that good and bad is just some shit that we made up?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say, bro.
I mean, some things we see as good and bad, we actually do see them as good and bad.
But just individually, right?
But can we say that killing somebody, an innocent person, is objectively bad? Would you agree with that?
Well, what would it mean for it to be objective?
That killing an innocent person is bad.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Based off what?
Could you agree? Based off the fact that it's morally wrong.
First of all, I agree. For the listeners out there that think I'm a serial killer.
Yeah.
But to play devil's advocate.
What is
based on what standard?
Right, what is it based on?
Yeah, what is that based on?
Morality.
No,
what about it?
But where does it okay, what's that? That's a word, Leo.
What about morality?
If it's an evil act.
Where does this idea that it's evil? Where does that come from?
Standards of society.
I have a good conception.
Standards of society.
I mean, humans have suffering.
Yeah.
They suffer.
There's evil.
They see other people suffering.
And they also have a sense of meaning that they can have. So
sympathy?
They can experience meaning, they can experience suffering.
Right.
Those two are...
And something could be celebrated and something could be opposed.
Yeah, but this in this situation, somebody else was getting murdered.
Right.
Not yourself. You weren't, gonna suffer.
But that person still suffers like I suffer. It doesn't mean that I have to care about them.
You can have compassion.
I don't even have to have... Even if I don't have compassion, it still doesn't change the fact that that person is suffering. I know that they're suffering. I know that, for me, I think suffering is bad.
Oh, and so that's where the...
So it doesn't make any sense for me to think that for them, suffering is good or neutral.
Got you.
Because if I think suffering is bad...
So you think everybody that's... I mean, I wouldn't agree with you there because you feel indifferent about people getting murdered. You're not like, oh my God,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
All these people have been murdered.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you think suffering is bad, you'd be sort of a hypocrite to say that it doesn't matter when it happens to somebody else. I mean, unless you think that person deserves to suffer, to pay for some wrong that somebody else did. But that
I think you could feel indifferent about somebody.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with how I feel. It just has to do with whether or not I'm consistent.
I think you have to have empathy at some point.
It would be nice. I mean, I wish...
I'm trying to stretch out this, you feel me,
I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to get us to at least fucking settle the initial point before we fucking branch out into some vague shit. Because the point that I'm trying to make is look, either you think suffering is bad or you don't.
I agree suffering is bad. All right, I guess.
Right? And if you think suffering is bad for yourself, even if you're a psychopath, unless you want to be logically inconsistent and retarded, you would agree that suffering is bad for
I mean, if you're a psychopath, then that's the psychopath aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
That you don't have the empathy.
You don't have that capacity for empathy, right?
All right, so where will we go next into this conversation?
Well, what you would go next to is to accept logically the fact that if suffering is bad, then it's not bad because it's happening to you. It's bad because it's
happening.
Bad.
It's bad because it's bad.
Unless you want to explain that why it's bad that it's just happening to you is what makes it bad. What's so special about you?
Or how you could be indifferent to someone just being murdered.
The psychopathic argument would be like something like, well, when that happens to them, I don't feel it.
What about things that...
That's the lack of empathy.
Right.
What about things that like... I don't even know if this is a good argument, but bear with me, guys. What about if people back then had slaves, right?
They did.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
There have always been slaves throughout all of history.
You know, like how people's opinions change about morality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah. I mean, people's opinions have changed about things that are actually objective too, you know?
Sure.
So...
Like I said before, if a certain number of people get behind a concept, then they could push that concept and make it morally right.
But I'm saying, where does that come from, though?
It comes from strength in numbers.
Is it strictly of what you're saying, Abe? Is it strictly because
I think it comes from a consensus
humans
of people agreeing on something, on agreeing that this is bad, this is morally wrong, this is evil, we should not endorse this. Like a consensus of people all agreeing to, okay, this is wrong.
We're talking about suffering now, right? Just in general?
I mean, just in general, people accepting that something is wrong because everyone thinks like that. Like you, me, it's a feeling. It's not even a thought. It's a feeling.
Yeah, I'm on the theme of
all right, forget. Let's add a different scenario then. Forget the killing one. What else can we?
Stealing. You could say it's about anything that you think is evil or wrong in this world.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get a juicy one. No homo.
Slavery was good. I think slavery was good because it has changed over time. So slavery was a good point.
Yo, no more no homos for the rest of the
no
shit. This shit's going too far, bro. God, this motherfucker.
Ron called me. I don't know why.
I'm trying to get a juicy one. He said.
You should call him back.
Yeah, hold up. Damn, I had a good one. I'm just fucking. So wait, what did I ask you earlier about the guy that saves the world? But then you added the whole thing if you were to kill my sister.
I'm saying that people think that if you want to claim that morality is subjective, I don't have a problem with that claim insofar as what it means is we can't prove scientifically
That's it.
that you shouldn't steal. At least in the sense that we can't say the laws of the universe have governed and morally set this standard that stealing is wrong. The universe believes that stealing is wrong. That's what God is.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of people argue that that's why religion was implemented.
Yeah.
To give a more law and order approach to the world.
That's why when I was talking to Ape about this last time, remember I was watching some Christian YouTuber and he was like claiming that like we needed the you know
what's another good one? Adultery.
we needed a Christian worldview in order for the world to
Why does adultery hurt people so badly? Because of suffering, right? Like someone is suffering because you're I guess.
What's adultery? Someone cheating on you?
Yeah.
You know, I think it hurts men more than women.
No, I think it hurts both. But women
take it way better.
No, they're just more sneaky about it.
But
they're definitely
no,
hurt.
I don't mean doing it. I mean taking
Dude,
it.
Women kill men over cheating. Like they literally kill them.
they
They'll
do.
set them on fire like
Yeah,
while
they'll
they
do
sleep.
that. There's crazy bitches that have done that. Yeah. But there's
women do not take it better.
But
Trust
there's
me.
way more bitches that are.
Have you ever cheated on a girl?
No.
Did she? I've cheated on a girl. She did not take it well at all. She
man.
did not take it well
That's
at
fine.
all. Like,
Have you ever heard of the man OJ?
he did not take it well.
I don't think there has
He
to
did not take it well.
I don't think there has to be said. Nothing else needs to be said. But shout out to OJ. Man.
No, but I think generally women do take. Here's some biological points about it.
They have more options. Right?
First of all, if they're pregnant, they know it's theirs. That's important. And
So when they cheat and they allow someone else to sleep with them while they're pregnant, it makes it worse.
What do you mean it makes it
Wait,
worse?
what?
Like the adultery is worse because they're pregnant and they know that the
I
child.
don't think that's the point.
No.
Make.
I mean the women are on average going to be less hurt over the long run by cheating than men are. Is what I mean.
I
think his point was like if you get a girl pregnant, like technically like you have a baby with them, like they're
And they'll be able to handle
born out of wedlock.
They'll be able to protect their egos better than men. First of all, because men, on average, do have bigger egos, and then the other point is that there's more stigma to having your chick fuck another dude, whereas it just sounds like this poor girl, she's just in a bad fucked up relationship. This guy's such a dick, Whereas
But men have always been like conquerors of women in that sense, like
men have, but I'm talking about the other side of it, like
the world is double standard, bro.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course. But no, people.
But we're different. I mean, I don't think first of all, it's not a double standard if they're different. They're different sexes.
I mean, and that's
they are different, so it's not really a double standard, right? It's why people can laugh about a joke of some dude like he's fucking 15 and he fucks his math teacher, right? But it's not quite the same when it's a fucking 15-year-old girl than the math teacher's a dude, right? Because the power dynamic.
They both go to jail the same nowadays.
But the power dynamic is different.
Yeah, it's different.
I mean, let's be real, bro. Bro, when I was 15, I could fuck up any one of my teachers.
But they still go to jail.
Bro,
They
that bitch cannot rape me, bro.
But nowadays, haven't you seen that?
You wouldn't
there's
allow a teacher to have sex with you?
Oh, fuck yeah, I would.
You know that shit goes on in Cuba all the time?
Of course.
Like in Cuba, it's like a rite of passage.
Of course.
A rite of
I
passage.
swear to God. I swear.
Swag. No, yeah, of course. But yeah, no, I thought you were gonna say no.
No, I'm saying there's a clear power imbalance.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
There's been a lot of like female teachers getting arrested for having sex
Lately,
with
right?
underage boys.
Yeah, lately, right? Yeah. Yeah, if their parents find the text or someone with like that's above
My
them will find
question
the
is
text.
to the chicks, is like,
You couldn't find someone your own age.
yeah, like it's like, or I guess they're just mentally.
I think they're
Yeah,
into it.
mentally they're like predisposed to it, or they're just like maybe that's all they could get.
A lot of people claim that if you've been sexually
groomed,
sexually assaulted by an older person when you were younger, that it's more likely to do it or whatever.
I don't know.
That's what I heard. But
didn't you see that they were saying like that the president of France was raped by the woman that he's with right now, right? That was his teacher or some shit like that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You were? Did you see that?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're saying.
No, I swear to God, the president of France. This is like a whole thread on X Like that the woman he's with right now was his teacher, and she's a transvestite and some crazy shit.
Okay, that changes.
Look,
shit.
some crazy shit. Yeah.
Because if your teacher's gonna fuck you and you're expecting like, damn, this is a bad bitch, and then she whoops out a dick that's bigger than yours, bro. Like that's.
Respect.
Oh my god, how tragic.
Respect.
I mean, that is
fucking tragic.
Straight out of an Afro Man song, bro.
You could just gently just leave. Like, hey, sorry,
Gently.
Bruh.
this isn't gonna work.
I'm just gonna let me put you.
First of all, there's nothing gentle about some.
gentle.
About some.
Very crude.
Once a dick is whipped out, there's nothing gentle going on. All right.
You think
Very abrasive.
You think if you try to leave, like the man side will come out?
What?
The man
Like, where
side.
the fuck you going? nigga?
Where the fuck you going? Nigga?
Come back here,
Close that
motherfucker.
door.
I ain't done with you. You dropped your math homework, homie.
You know what I mean? Like, then shit'll get scary, bro. That's when I'll start shitting my pants, bro. If, like, imagine getting into some shit like that, bro.
Fuck, bro.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck. I don't know
Yo,
how
that's
I'm laughing
nightmare
at
level, bro.
Kids in school gotta be careful these days.
You can see
bro.
how it's dramatic. You can definitely see how
Nah,
it's
all jokes
dramatic.
aside, though, a lot of the, I don't want to say all because that's fucked up, but a lot of the trans teachers /
Dude, you know there's.
a lot of them been getting caught, or they have like recent charges of like.
Didn't you see how there's a whole thread on Reddit about people like being sexual, like in the Planet X? I mean, in the Planet Fitness bathrooms, because they're like
They're
they're
allowing trans to go into the girls' bathroom.
Yeah, and there's a whole thread on Reddit about people getting off like in the bathrooms, like the transsexual community,
That's
like
some
getting
wild
off
shit.
in the bathrooms. Like that's a whole thread on Reddit.
No, that's actually a whole thing. I've actually heard that in another podcast that like dudes be going in, like gay dudes be going in the saunas, and it's like if let's say you go in and homies in there, like they might throw like a signal, like gay signal, you feel me? Like
I remember like
who
back,
knows what it is, but
back when my pops was in the
V would
military.
not-
nah, for real though. I heard this on a podcast.
Back when my pops was in the military over in Cuba, this is a different military. This is not like later, because initially with Castro Day, he got all the delinquents and prisoners and shit, and he put them together with like a bunch of 16-year-old motherfuckers that were gonna do military service.
Dude, is this some of your Bugarron stories,
Bro, I'm telling you. Let me tell you how this
Oh man.
tall ass fat black motherfucker called Juan would pull up. Butt ass naked, bro.
Oh my god,
And he
this
was
sounds terrible
he was
already.
walking around with a big ass, thick ass yardstick,
the fuck?
and he would just walk past all the fucking beds and shit,
Freaky ass. bro.
daring a motherfucker to look at him.
Oh my god.
Like, bro, you look at me, I'll fucking kill you with this
Yo,
stick.
what the fuck? What type of fucking Cuban machismo bullshit
That,
is this?
that was the
What
shit they were
fuck?
on, bro. That
Hell
Oh
no.
my god. With the meat out, bro?
with the fucking meat out, bro.
Dude, what type of psychological torture is that? What the fuck?
Hey, that was the Cuban military back in the fucking.
Wait, who you said this was an inmate?
No,
Who was this?
It's not an inmate.
They were in
well,
the
he was
military.
an inmate because Castro initially he got all the prisoners
Okay.
and like all the kids that were military age and put them all together in the same like military.
Oh, they were in the military.
Yeah,
Oh, the military would do
that
this.
was the military. Yo,
Oh.
dudes was getting raped in the fucking military back then, bro.
Especially like
like,
juveniles.
like knowingly,
I'm
like
talking fucked in
Yo,
the ass.
What is it
bro.
about? You haven't heard about like in juvenile prisons how like there's more sexual assault than there is in like regular prisons. Like in juvenile detention centers, there's more like sexual assault than there is in like regular detention
Never
centers.
heard of it,
No, yeah, I swear it's a thing.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah,
the young bucks get freaky.
yeah. I guess they're full of that testosterone and they need to get off somehow. They haven't seen a woman in like fucking 5 years and they're like, fuck it.
That's some wild shit.
Yeah, like
Damn, dog.
That'll fuck a motherfucker up, bro.
Mentally, for sure. You guys want to take a break?
After that, yeah.
All right, we'll be back, guys.
it hurt.
Do you think murder is beautiful?
No. Why would I think what? What type of question is that, V?
You don't think so?
No, murder is not beautiful.
No?
No.
Okay, just asking.
That's very random of you to ask.
Do you think people gravitate toward it?
Yeah, because
I-
it's interesting.
I think
True
there.
crime is
I
interesting.
think there's an element of beauty to murder.
What in what sense?
Why
What's
do you think
beautiful
we
about
watch?
it?
Why do you think we
I'll
watch
tell,
all
I'll tell
these?
You why. I'll tell you why, right? Like you look, people who love action adventure movies, right?
I was gonna tell you.
They
that.
look forward to the best type of murder in that fucking film. They love that shit. They can't get enough of it.
Or scary movies.
Or shit like that,
Yeah.
right? They fucking love it.
But it's more the shock factor.
In a scary movie.
And it's
a scary movie.
But not only that, it's also fiction. It's not real.
But it's still a depiction of murder.
But it's fiction.
But
it's
you're
not
still.
real.
It doesn't matter.
What's the difference?
So I should feel empathy for this fictional character?
What's the difference between?
No, it's not about feeling empathy. I'm just saying that it's not.
But it is about that.
But we're talking about the beauty of it or not.
What's the difference between?
Different from whether or not it's
between you watching a film and you watching a video on somebody getting killed. What's the difference?
That I know it's real. That I know it happened to someone in real life. It's not a fucking movie. We're not talking about Geppetto fucking killing Pinocchio. We're talking about a real person that died in real life.
That changed the murder.
Yeah, it's still
yes,
depicting.
It does change it.
How?
No,
because you could have empathy for a real person.
But how does that change the
having
murder?
empathy for a fictional character.
People have empathy for fictional characters all the time.
We're talking about.
Yeah, but you have to discern between the two. You have to make. You feel me? You have to like choose like. Not
I don't
choose,
think that.
Let me just pause here. You do think that beauty is subjective. I mean, you made a whole argument about it like an hour ago. Yeah. So you definitely think that murder could be beautiful.
To certain
you
people.
just don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But to certain people, yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Cool. But look, what was my point?
Just to make sure that we're not spinning our wheels about nothing.
What was my point? I was something about the movie.
I'm sorry. I'm just like heavily opinionated right now, but
as long as I know what the opinion is. I mean.
What was the? I forgot. It was something about the movie. I forgot exactly. I'm pretty hungry, guys.
You love some killing scenes? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's dope.
Cartel shit.
Narcos was my shit back then when I was on Netflix heavy.
I mean, people love the serial killer shit.
There you go. I was gonna bring that shit up, bro. Like, us as humans, we love watching fucking serial killer documentaries, true crime,
which is about true murders, right?
Yeah, that's about real murders, yeah.
And it is people just entertaining themselves with that, and
and
of course they find something.
But they find it interesting. I wouldn't say they find it beautiful.
They definitely find it beautiful. They're entertained.
Yeah.
Entertainment is.
I guess that's subjective too.
We could describe what we mean by beautiful, right? Because when people think about beautiful, I mean, he mentioned he thinks about like visual shit.
Holding hands with guys.
Right. And in the same way, you could say that like holding hands with who?
No, I was saying that he thought holding hands with guys is beautiful. But go ahead.
That's what you said?
Yeah, that's why I laughed. Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Keep on.
This guy's been mentioning dick 24/7 here tonight.
Chill. Why you gotta lie on the pod, bro? Come on, dog. Don't we?
That's
the new shit.
You've been pushing the transgender agenda today.
We're gonna lie on the pod now. All right, that's a new thing now.
Doesn't matter. Don't listen to it. They know exactly how many times you mentioned it.
Let's get it. I got it. We fair game. Let's go. What were you bringing up?
That murder is beautiful, you know.
Yeah, but you were bringing up a good point. Fuck. All that.
Well, if they talk about murder, then it's fucking. It's very entertaining, and well, we were actually talking about whether or not it can be beautiful.
I mean, yeah, but that's a given. If that's subjective, then of course there's gonna be people that think that. I mean, for crying out loud.
I think people wouldn't tend to describe it as beautiful, right? But they would still come out of a movie that depicts all types of horrible shit and say, man, that was a beautiful movie.
Well said, Abe.
Right, and even if it was about real shit, there's all types of movies where they recreate shit that actually happened.
That's an argument of Leo shit. It's like, bro, there's fucking movies about real life events. Mm-hmm. So what's the difference from you watching it on Twitter versus the actual film? Or like the film that's based on true events.
You have to know the difference between fiction and real life documentary. But
it was based on true events.
If it really is a depiction of somebody that got murdered and how they got murdered and really trying to reenact that murder visually to the best degree that you can. I mean, because you could argue that, like, even if you're watching an actual murder over the phone, you're not watching an actual murder. You're just watching a dead horse
right now, because I said that I don't find it beautiful, but someone else can.
Right.
So we're beating a dead horse right now.
I don't know. We're arguing about whether or not we can defend it.
It's the same shit.
We can argue about whether or not we can defend it subjectively still. And I could try to say, well, Leo's wrong subjectively that it's not beautiful. You know, the way that people argue about she's a bad bitch. No, she's actually a fucking 6. Yeah. You know, and have an argument about that type of shit, you know. Or argue about whether or not the barber fucked up that dude's fade. Right? And that
But homie likes it.
And right, so there could be that sort of argument, right?
But that's the obvious argument. It's like
But you could still try to argue it, you know.
I guess I forgot. I think Hume got into like aesthetics and shit, but I just never read that much into it.
Big man of acquired taste.
Yeah. I remember. I forgot what he used to say. Something. I don't know. I don't think he said beauty was subjective. I don't think he said it was objective, but he said something along the lines of...
I'm sure he didn't say it was objective.
I forgot what he had said. I mean, he did bring up shit like award shows and like fucking...
Like I said, that's a clash of egos.
Or like back then, like people getting awarded for certain things. Like things are objective in a sense. There are a lot of things that
Maybe
are
like
objective.
a medal of honor.
No,
that you
like,
saved someone in the field.
Like
when they were dying.
who won?
I don't know.
Who had the best song? Like who had the best whatever? Like if there's...
Subjective, for sure.
But somebody won though, so it was objective. So they had the best.
It was objective to the certain group of people that chose to make him the winner, which I'm sure was
I know,
some type
that
of guild
could be- I guess
or
that
some
could be
type
right.
of
What's
committee.
objective about it?
Huh?
You mean it's objective?
Yeah, what is objective about an award?
The fact that it's considered the best.
By a certain group of people or a
That would-
committee
that's the
or a
argument?
guild.
Yeah, but I mean that would sort of make it objective that, you know, fucking Zeus is an actual god that exists in Mount Olympus or some shit because people agreed on it or some
I
shit.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, it was a bad
exactly.
argument. It was a bad argument. I'm just trying to spew some shit here on the pod.
You definitely spewing some shit. I bet.
Listen, bro.
I
He's
respect it.
spewing shit for show.
It's what I do, bro.
I spew shit all the time. I mean, you gotta spew some shit, you know.
What about give me some hot takes, bro.
Tell you something right now, motherfucker. Bro, that I swear to God, that video that's been circulating on Twitter is definitely Bieber. Definitely looked like he was
Oh,
sucking some dick.
Dude, I haven't seen it.
Bro, it's like a
I can show you.
7-second clip.
I'm sure it was taken out of context though.
it was. I think it was.
Bro,
but-
look at the guy's face.
Look,
Not
Abe-
Bieber,
Abe
the
said
other
it to
guy.
me.
OBJ.
Yeah, check it out, bro.
I'm
This
sure
is-
it was taken out of context because
That
OBJ
shit
doesn't
is-
strike me as a pedophile.
That shit is wild, bro.
Nah, but he wasn't doing
I
nothing
think you skipped
pedophilic.
it already.
Exactly.
Check it out.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was probably taken out of context.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe they were like trying to look sus on purpose and it was a joke, like you feel me? Like
It could be that too.
Hey,
Hey,
you know,
bro.
T.I. asked Young Thug if he wore a dress for attention, and you know what he said? He wore it because it matched his kicks.
he had another excuse. I don't know excuse, but he said he had a stick under his dress or whatever. He's like, I wore a dress because I had a stick under it. You
that was
remember when he said
trolling.
that?
That wasn't trolling, but T.I. literally asked him like straight up, like, yo, why'd you wear the dress, bro? Come on, give me no bullshit. And he's like, T.I., I mean, Thug is like, what did he say? He's like,
That's him trolling too. It matched my kicks. He's trolling.
he's like,
dude.
honest to God? He's like, honest to God? And then he's like,
I'm a troll.
no, he's like, oh, because it matched or some shit. I forgot what he said or some shit.
He's a troll,
He
bro.
pretty much said that it matched the shoes or whatever.
Honest to God, it furthered his artistic career and made people talk about him. Honest to God, that's probably why he did it.
Hey, bro.
I think,
It furthered his rap career because it made people talk about him because he already had the whole gay aesthetic going on. So, honest to God, that's probably why he did
I
it.
think Thug had
Probably.
always had that style, and he was always
That gay
comfortable.
He always had a gay aesthetic, you're saying?
He was pushing like the gay shit in rap for a little bit.
I don't think he was pushing any gay shit because he wasn't rapping any.
Nah,
gay
it was
shit.
all heterosexual shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think. So you think? Let me ask you something now. You
Yeah.
But
think?
they've always done that in art and music.
You
They've
think
always done that.
based on the way somebody's dressed determines what they are?
No. I don't know what you mean by what they are.
Yeah, that
Like,
was vague as fuck. That
well,
was
are-
super
are
Whether
vague.
or not they suck a dick, is that what you mean?
Whether or not they're gay or straight.
It's possible to wear a dress and not suck a dick. There's nothing in the
I
laws
don't
of
know
physics that
why
prevent
you
it.
would cross dress as a straight man.
Yeah, I don't know why you would, especially in hip hop, like where everybody's mad.
Yeah, where everybody's macho as fuck, but you know,
I'm not defending it.
Whatever
but I'm
floats your
trying to
boat.
devil's advocate because I don't see much.
I'm a huge supporter that you should do whatever the
What
fuck
would it
makes you
take,
happy,
what
and you
would-
should not infringe upon someone else's rights.
I'm trying to figure out
Huge supporter of that.
what would it take aside from just like a full blown fucking gay porn flick for you to recognize that a motherfucker is in the closet, bro.
Oh man. Listen, bro.
Cause you give every hit. I think he's just too attached to hip hop to recognize that there's that many motherfuckers in the closet.
Hey, you know we've talked about this subject plenty of times. I don't care. It's something that I'm aware of.
I know, but you are adamant that these motherfuckers do not suck dick.
I mean, I don't care that much, to be honest with you. But It's funny.
But your hypothesis is still
It's like, yo,
that Young Thug
I
is-
need to see proof. Is there a dick in his
I mean,
mouth?
I could give you a million like Leo said.
But was there a dick in his mouth?
It could have been attention.
Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that's what it was.
It could have been
because it's
attention,
been
bro.
done in art and music so much over the times. It's always been a way, just like what was this gay guy that
Ape
was
Ash,
really prolific in the arts? Liberace.
well, I mean, if he was gay,
Like Liberace, he showed the
Yeah.
gay aesthetic to further his artistic pursuits.
but most men are not comfortable doing that.
Yeah, of course, most men aren't.
Right.
But
How do you
some
know
people
that?
don't care.
How do you know that?
Some
He's-
people will
you're
do
just
anything for
spewing-
clout.
Most men
But some
are
people
not
would do
comfortable.
That's a
anything for clout.
fallacy. You don't have the stats for that.
Oh my god.
What's
dude.
the fallacy?
I'm talking shit, Abe. You don't have the stats for that, bro. Don't spew nut. Don't spew.
That most men don't like
Don't
wearing
spew
dresses.
misinformation on this pod.
That's not misinformation. Most men don't like wearing dresses.
I'm
That's why
not fond of wearing
That's why
dresses.
most men don't wear dresses, motherfucker. That's the evidence you need right there. They
Would you
don't
wear
do
a
it.
dress? V, would you wear a dress?
I wouldn't wear a dress.
To further your artistic career.
Any man that would wear a dress.
What if it gave you clout and listens and hella views and like people were on your dick just because you wore a dress and you were rapping? Some people would take that step because it would give them clout and fame and money.
I can't do that, bro.
Well, some people would. Like Young Thug.
And we don't know. Maybe Thug genuinely fucked with it.
No.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you're fucking lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
But I'm trying to figure out what your main hypothesis is. You're leaning towards the idea that this man is straight.
I think he generally is
For the
straight.
record, I
I think
don't
he
care.
generally is straight.
That has nothing to do with whether or not you think it's true
Do I
or
think
false.
he's straight? Yeah, I think he's straight.
I
Why?
think Young Thug is straight. Just
Because
for the record.
he's, I don't know, I just feel like if he was, I feel like he wouldn't be afraid to.
First of all, if you did it for attention, that's the gayest shit you could do.
Let me tell you.
Not that you're wearing a dress, just the fact that you would go
do
out of
it
your way
and
to
do
do
it
some
for
shit,
attention?
some shit that is considered to most men to be like some humiliating shit that you would do it for attention. That's the most hoe shit you could imagine.
Maybe to you?
No, not just to me, to most men. To
Yeah,
you too, motherfucker. Don't be fucking out here like pretending like you're.
I'm just fucking with you.
You just said you wouldn't fuck with it.
I'm just fucking with you.
You don't think situations, there's variables that make a man might want to do that?
Wear a dress?
Yeah.
Clearly, he did it.
Let's break it down. Would you wear a dress for any type of amount of money?
For money, no.
Haven't you seen
Any
all
type of
You
amount?
can't buy me, bro.
Dude, haven't you seen all these comedians that wore dresses on movies to further their comedic
Abe's
path?
cap right now. He would do it right now for $1 billion right now.
Yeah, you really.
You wouldn't do it?
I'm not gonna lie, for $1 billion, I might wear a dress for a day. I'm not gonna lie, dude. For $1 billion? $1 billion?
Yosh, are you wearing a
whole
dress for $1 billion?
I'm trying to get you-
Cause, dude, I'm not sucking a dick, dude. I'm not fucking there like doing anything gay. I'm wearing a dress for a day.
But now that you admitted that,
The idea that wait, hold on, before you
this
get
is
into
more important.
go ahead.
But now that you admitted that,
What? I sold my soul to the devil.
I think it's.
I have no integrity. What is it?
Leo's gay.
I know you're scared of what I'm gonna say, but I gotta say it.
Say it.
You could see because this is a hypothetical, and you admitted it in a hypothetical. So that means in real life you could get talked into sucking a dick for half a mil.
No. Because I just said it's not like I'm sucking a dick. It's not like I'm doing anything actually gay. I'm wearing a dress. I just said that. I literally just said that.
No. The reward.
I said I'm not doing anything gay.
The reward was hypothetical, and we put it in the sky. We put it at $1 billion, right?
After $1 billion, there's not much more than you need. Dude,
Leo.
more than $1 billion is unnecessary.
Leo.
There's not much more than you need.
All right, I'll
dude.
put
you
it
can
like
say
this.
$1 trillion. It's just the same as $1
Yeah,
billion to me.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
there's not
Leo.
much more than
Leo.
$1
like-
billy's a lot.
Like, dude,
For-
what more
You
do
made
you
it seem
need?
like the hypothetical was very low amount.
Yeah, you made it seem like the
oh.
hypothetical is like eternal life. Like, no, dude, you can't give me eternal life. As a monetary situation, $1 billion is like up there. Like, you can say $1 trillion, you can say 10 trillion. It's like almost the same as $1 billion to me. Because I can't waste more than that. That's already more than enough to like
You guys
set me up and my
can you
family
get-
for life.
Bro,
for
you gotta let them
generations.
motherfuckers. God
My
damn.
bad.
Jesus
Go
Christ.
ahead.
Fuck, bro. Can I get a word in? The whole I don't know what you guys mean when you say that I tried to make it seem like it was a low amount. I'm saying the opposite of that.
Oh, that it was a high
The
amount.
hypothetical is a high amount. Where the fuck did you guys get this
okay.
low amount shit from?
Okay.
That's
No,
why,
but I'm saying that's like the
that's why it's
highest,
important to
like-
listen.
And I also said that it's not like I'm doing something actually gay. I'm just putting on a dress.
But then again, I didn't give you any variables or any situations. I didn't say maybe you had to wear the dress for the whole day and go out.
I just said for a whole day. I just said for a day. I said for a day.
Right.
So
I said
so
for a
let me
day.
get this straight. So you would go out to the streets Like, just be chilling. Like, let's say you do whatever you do in a regular...
I don't care what any of you motherfuckers say. I'm
not.
pretty sure y'all would wear a dress for a day for $1 billion.
Why are you getting
I don't care
offended?
what you say on this podcast right now behind the mic. I'm pretty sure y'all would do it. I don't care what you say.
Listen, Leo, I'm not saying that. Don't get offended. I'm saying, so whatever you do in a regular day, you would put the dress
Do you know
on.
what $1 billion is? Do you know how much that would change your life? Like, dude, that would change your whole situation with your family situation. Fuck yourself. Just think about your family situation.
Well,
and, like,
I
anything
can tell
going
you,
on right there.
I mean,
For something that's not
Ape is
actually
doing
gay.
it, bro. I already called it.
it wouldn't make your life much happier than 80 grand a year.
But, okay.
Okay, let's give you 80 grand if you want to be that.
Yeah, I
cheap.
guess if you want 100 grand for wearing a dress, sure.
I mean, I'd rather...
The Billy, of
I'd
course.
rather fucking have a job than...
I mean...
Do you understand what I mean? Like, you don't...
The thing is, you can't be so tied to...
Hold up. First of all, Abe, we're gonna debate that because I don't believe you.
About the money?
I believe
you
you're
would
not
do it.
arguing in good faith.
Yeah, I feel like
Can
you're doing
you
this
explain
behind a
yourself?
microphone.
Well, it doesn't matter if I do it anonymously or if I show the world.
Leo, give me
if
a
I'm
sec.
right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I
It doesn't
believe
fucking matter.
I believe that the billion would help you in extreme cases. It could do a lot for your family. You would there would be there's so many positives that
Well,
It would be almost...
wait, let me get my point across, motherfucker.
Sorry, go
Hold
ahead.
up.
Sorry.
That the positives, there's so many positives that it would kill the one negative that your integrity of that part, like if you wearing a dress for that day.
Borderline irresponsible.
well, that's your perspective. I mean, it's
I'm just saying that's my argument. Do you agree?
my entire point had nothing to do with that. My entire point had to do with the fact that 80 grand a year is not gonna make you less happy than $1 billion a year.
So your point is just fuck that, just get a job that's
There you
80,000 a year,
Yes.
and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yo, she's tripping.
and actually value some fucking work that you do.
Versus just getting handed the Billy.
Just being a little fucking kid. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important.
I feel like that is true, but it's different when that's actually presented in your face and it's not a hypothetical.
Okay. But you
And
just
you're, like,
but-
just
but-
like- just
but
like-
you
no,
just
no,
gave
let me
it
get
to
my
me.
point
You gave
across.
me the argument. You gave me the win. You said that's true. So therefore, I mean,
But
we're
let
done.
me get my point across though. Like how you said in that episode about the trains, that the person that actually gets to it is not actually pulling the lever.
Yeah.
Like if you had that
They don't.
But if you actually had that
People don't in real life. They don't do it.
But if you had that actual opportunity to
Yeah.
just do something
Yeah.
that it's not harming you,
Right.
make it.
I claim that I would do what most people would have done in that extremely drastic situation.
Most people would do it. On
No, they
99% of the world would do it.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
$1 billion? You're
No,
tripping.
no,
if you're,
no, no,
if you're
we're
just
talking
lying to
about
We're
the
talking
yourself.
about something else. We're talking about something else. Talking
My
about the
man,
lever.
you gotta keep up. What the fuck?
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. What lever? Like, what are you talking about? What lever?
We had whatever. It don't matter. It was an analogy that
It does matter,
a
but
moral
whatever.
dilemma that we were speaking about would you, if you had to pull a lever to save 4 people and kill 1 person, would you do it?
Let's say they're all equal.
Do you know the pressure that comes behind that? Like, you're killing someone.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
his
also
point.
know you're saving 4 people. But like in a real life situation, the pressure would get to you, and mentally, you
Yo,
would
Mike, put the mic.
mentally you would be clouded, and you wouldn't even know what to do. Like until it's too late. You feel me? Like the moment would pass.
Answer
and
the
you wouldn't
question
pull
though.
the
Answer
lever.
the question. What are you doing?
I would like to say that I would pull the lever, yes, but like in a real life situation, like I said, the pressure would be immense, and you would be knowing that you would be killing person.
Let me give you the
I can't
options.
give you a yes or no question.
No, just don't. Just tell me what you think you would do.
Yeah, my man.
Like I said, I would like to think that I would pull the lever.
Okay, so wait.
I would like to think
let
that I
me
would.
explain what you're doing now. If you don't pull the lever, you're not doing anything, but
all 5 people die.
all those the more people die. But if
4
you,
people die.
4 people die. But if you actually do something and pull the lever, you're gonna kill that one dude that's there, but the other people will stay alive.
It also depends what type of people are these. Is this one person worth saving?
They're all equal. They're all equal.
Like I said, I'd like
It's
to
a
think,
hypothetical.
I'd like to think that I would pull the lever, but in like a real life situation, the pressure and like the mental like thinking behind it that you're gonna kill someone would get to you, and you wouldn't actually pull the lever. Like in a real life situation, it would be different. Like than just a hypothetical. Right. Oh yeah, like
Right. And in real life though, well, not actually in this hypothetical, what Leo would like to do
is save the 4 people.
is pull up. There's a lever. There's 4 people on the left. There's 1 dude on the right. And
wouldn't that be the morally?
He wants to save the 4 people, so what he does is he grabs
Wouldn't
that
it be
fucking lever real firm. He looks that motherfucker in the eye and says, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" Just pulls that shit.
Wouldn't it be irresponsible not to?
Would it be irresponsible?
Yeah, not to pull the lever.
I don't know.
I feel like it would be irresponsible because then you're killing 4 people.
You're not killing anybody.
You're not. Yeah, you really aren't killing anyone.
You didn't.
But you have the choice to help
You didn't
them.
do an action. You didn't do an action that actually killed them.
So they were gonna die either ways, whether I was there or
that's
not.
that's the whole thing.
Then that kind of takes. If I wasn't there, then what the fuck does it matter?
No,
if
but
if
you
a tree
are
falls
there
in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? It's like
But
the
you
same
are
thing,
there,
right?
and you just so happen to be in front of the lever.
But I'm talking about it like I'm removed from the situation. I'm not physically there. It's not.
That's perfect. That's how you can be more objective about what should be done.
Yeah, put it like that. Sure.
If I'm physically removed from the situation, I'm not there. Like I'm not thinking about it.
Because
the
if you're
physical
there,
pressure isn't like affecting my mind, and I'm not thinking about like the fact that I'm about to kill somebody. Like
that makes your mind clear to make a good judgment about what should be done. When you're all emotional and bogged down, and you can't think clearly.
You're looking at a one dude that's fucking crying his pants, and he's like, "Dude, don't do it." Like, like.
I'm pretty sure the other 4 people were like, "Dude, don't do it too."
Of course, that's my point. That's my point.
Absolutely, right. Right.
At that point, you're just going crazy, and you're like, "Yo, like."
Yeah, the psychological pressure is too heavy. The burden is too heavy.
You know, it'd be the sickest
on one
way.
person.
You might just throw yourself in front of the train.
Yeah, like fuck it, just fucking kill me. Like,
You know, it'd be the sickest way a motherfucker would leave. Like, they give him the options, and he just starts skipping, like, just out there, like, "Yo, peace." Like,
There's some sad,
yo,
savage
you might be
shit.
a psychopath. Like, what's I think
I'm
about
sure
it?
there'll be at least one motherfucker
Yo,
that
your
would pull
answers
up.
this whole pod have been kind of like psychopath, like a little.
Listen,
No, I mean,
here on V N APE,
there's
that's
at least
what
a part of you that has to be thinking like, yo, I'm gonna push that lever, and
brains blown.
I'm
boy.
gonna save these 4 people. So what
I
I'm
think it would be irresponsible to.
but what I'm really gonna do is be like, "Psych, bitch," and just pull that shit back.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, bro.
And
Would you pull the lever, Yosh?
the pressure's getting to you, isn't it? I know.
Dude, the psychological pressure is heavy.
It's a lot. Sometimes you gotta make some difficult choices, you know.
What do you guys think about I forgot what type of Asian porn it is, but they censor the body parts.
They do that in Japanese porn all the time. They
Japanese
censor the
porn?
bush. They censor the vagina.
Something about the Young Thug example with the dress for $1 billion, right? Is that Young Thug was already a millionaire,
I know it's not a good one.
right? So that's
Yeah,
something to
But
consider.
we're talking about normal people like you and me. We're not talking about Young Thug. Well, I thought that's what we were going at.
No, but Abe
But we're
said,
talking about the whole point is whether or not
And Young Thug did that to further his artistic pursuits
Well,
and his clout and his views and his money.
I don't know
And
why
I'm
he
pretty
did
sure
it.
that's why he did
I don't
it.
know why.
forget all that.
I'm pretty sure that's why he
Forget
did
all
it.
that. Abe said
But
that.
I don't know for sure. There's no way to know for sure.
So then why'd you just say it?
For real.
Because I'm pretty sure that's why he did it.
Why are you pretty sure?
Because
He's just spewing shit too.
Why-
He's just saying shit.
But
Yeah.
why else would he do it? Why else would he wear a dress if he's not actually gay?
He might
You
actually-
gotta think about it.
He might want to express himself.
No, people in art have done this. Like I said, like Liberace, like people of that.
What, express themselves?
Yeah, express
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, express themselves in a
In a straight way.
In a less
through a dress.
masculine way.
yeah, less masculine.
Less masculine way.
in a
Abe.
masculine deprived way. Yeah. What about it? What about it, Ape? What?
It's a masculine deprived way.
Yeah.
It's not a gay way.
Anyway,
Why
guys.
are you trying to un-DEI me right now?
I'm just saying, bro.
What was I gonna
I'm
say?
trying to be DEI as fuck. Chill.
So yeah, Asian porn, Japanese porn, it's censored.
It does defeat the purpose. In
Like,
many
what's
ways.
going on there?
But Japanese people leave more to the imagination.
That ain't it, bro.
That's not it, bro.
That's not why.
So then why do they do it?
No, I have that same question. I just brought it to the
It's
pod.
because they're forced to censor it, like by law.
Yeah, I think that's why. I think that's why. Yeah,
That's lame.
I think the government got into it.
They're in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was up to those horny ass Asian motherfuckers, they would uncensor.
I was
that
seeing a
bush.
documentary like about some dude that was in China, and he started. I think it was like Vice or some shit or some wild shit, and he had pulled up to like Hong Kong, because apparently in Hong Kong like I think prostitution's legal, and fucking some guy ended up getting roped because he had a bunch of porno tapes, like DVDs, like fucking by the hundreds.
Uncensored.
Yeah, uncensored, literally.
Oh, God.
And I'm
hell
like,
no.
God.
That's like getting caught with 10 bricks.
Type
Chill.
shit. Yo, it was
Chill.
crazy. And like, yeah, bro.
You better not get caught in any of the Asian countries with some uncensored porn. You going straight to jail, buddy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up. I was like, that's
You went
best.
straight to jail, buddy.
That's pretty intense, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But one of the baddest, one of the most fucked up shit that I've imagined ever since I was a fucking jit is just how big shit is. No Diddy.
I was gonna say. That sounded-
Pause.
See, I knew you were gonna go there, so I had to beat you to it because I know. But I remember, like, even from a young age, like, I didn't even know shit about space yet, but even before that, I would be, like, just fucking thinking about how big the fucking ocean is.
It's kind of scary, right?
You know? Because I would think, and just the surface, I didn't even think about how deep the shit was.
No, I'm thinking about how deep it is.
You know?
That's what's scary to me.
Because I remember having, like, a really small toy ship, right? Like, fucking a centimeter big, and I would just put it there and the fucking floor when I was like fucking 4. And I would just look at the entire like surface of the fucking floor. Be like, yo, that's really fucking tiny compared to the rest of that shit. So what if I was on a boat? And so I was high when I was 4. You know what I'm saying? Like I was fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
You said when you were 4?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember the thoughts that I had when I was like 3 years old. I remember the first time I kind of used the restroom and it was kind of like a.
Oh, I don't remember that shit.
I
remember-
swear.
I blocked that shit off, bro. That shit fucked me up, bro. I was thinking like, yo, I can't believe, is this really how I work? Is this?
I mean, I remember things when I was like 4 or 5 for sure. I mean, I wasn't fucking.
It might have not been like the first time I used the restroom, but like that I actually sat down and actually.
I was in kindergarten
forced to,
when I was.
use the toilet. You feel me?
Damn.
What age did you
like
start kindergarten? Like 5,
8.
6?
Five, dude. 5.
I started when I was
5.
4 because in New York my birthday's late. So
Me too.
So
No,
I,
actually, I started.
late also.
so I started when I was 4. So
My birthday's almost right next year.
Actually, no, I started when I was 5 because I came here when I was 4.
I think I started late.
So I remember I was in kindergarten when I was 4. So I remember sitting in kindergarten. I remember I pissed my pants, bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did
bro.
that shit. I did
Yeah,
that shit
you
later
know,
on.
You know why though? The dumbest shit ever. Because I couldn't fucking open my belt. Like I couldn't take the shit off.
No, my shit was worse, bro.
So I'm literally about to piss my pants in the bathroom. I'm like, fuck, dog, I can't take it
And
off.
then you piss your pants.
And then I end up pissing my pants. I gotta end up telling the teacher.
Oh man.
How'd she react to that shit? Was she?
I don't know, dog. I don't
Like,
remember.
what are you, 4?
I don't remember all that. But it was based.
I remember when it
What are you,
happened to me, bro.
kindergarten?
I was in kindergarten.
I'm making fun of
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I think I was in 1st grade, bro. I had this teacher who was she was so fucking mean, bro.
She was brutal.
Yeah, she was a savage, bro. Like, motherfuckers would just ask her the most basic question and be like, bitch, don't ask me some shit like that. You know, like, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck
I have
is
something
wrong?
to add to that, but go ahead.
But she was talking about, like, fucking, if you're going to use the bathroom, you should have told me before, you know? And I'd be like, yo, I really got to take a piss and I can't hold it, but I'm scared to ask this bitch, bro. She might kill me or some shit, bro.
Dude,
I was waiting in line. We were about to leave, bro, and I just pissed my fucking pants. And then this bitch was talking about, why didn't you tell me? It's like, bitch, how could I tell you?
Oh man.
We have no trust, bitch. You haven't built this relationship.
Damn.
Dude, I had a super nice 3rd grade teacher. Well, I thought she was super nice. And she would always I don't know, I guess I was kind of like teacher's pet type shit. And then, whatever. And then, dude, I remember I saw her later on, when I was in 5th grade, when I was about to leave the school. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up, miss, whatever. And she was like, oh, is it because I'm a fat bitch or whatever? And I was like, what the fuck? I was
That's
like,
a wild bitch.
I was like, where did this come from? I remember thinking, as a 5th grader, I was like, dude, where did this come from? Fat bitch. I was like, dude, why are you so crude? I was like...
She was aggressive with you.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you were super nice to me when I was in 3rd grade with you. Like, what? I was like, what changed?
God damn.
I don't know why I remember that to this day.
Teachers are one of the most interesting people in our life.
But think about
when
it.
you think about it.
They really have to love teaching because they're underpaid and overworked. So they really have to love their profession. And you have to go to college and get a degree for it. They have to really love what they're doing.
Some of them look like they hate it, though, bro. They act like they hate it, or at least they act like they hate
Because
the
I
students.
think they like the concept of teaching more than actually teaching. Then they actually get to teaching in a public school
They realize
where
what
they get
people are like.
disrespected. Nowadays, dude, teachers get punched in the face by these kids. Like, have you seen those videos?
There's some districts where that happens.
Yeah, like that shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I had a teacher that he was a little too like he used to always have like all the bitches like on his
Lit.
Yo,
in school,
yo,
goddamn.
No.
Yo, in middle school, one of my
like-
teachers got arrested for like
yeah?
fucking with one of like the girls in our class. I swear to God.
Like in the classroom, like they would be doing like his work, like doing like great or like just doing
You
shit.
mean
for
like he
him.
would bring his bitches
No.
to school? Like take a bitch to work day? God damn.
Like the bitch, our the students in the class, or the chicks in the class. And yeah, there would be like two of them there, like just doing his work for him and shit. And I'd be like, yo, what's going on here? Like sometimes. That motherfucker lived like next to me, like in my building.
No way.
Yeah, like not in my building, but like a couple of buildings down
You
on my
see
street.
just bitches popping in and out?
No. I'm not claiming anything like
Bro,
that.
that...
I'm not claiming anything like that, but he was just based, dog. I remember. I'm not gonna say his name. But.
Honestly, bro, there was this cop that used to live, like he was a fucking neighbor, bro, and this is some
You would see
fucking...
bitches going in and out.
He's some tall, like, fucking, like, 6'5" BBC packing motherfucker, right? He's the type
How
of...
did you know that?
Why you gotta say that?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Because it's an extension, bro. The shit just dangles
What?
out that bitch, bro.
Yo, pause.
Keep on with the story.
Pause
bro.
as
Hey,
fuck.
Why'd you ask him this?
Pause
bro?
as fuck.
It's not my fault that he's packing, bro.
It is. It is definitely your fault.
The fact that
Because your
you-
imagination imagined that. So yeah, it's definitely your fault.
He was my actual neighbor, bro.
Yeah, and you saw his ding-a-ling just swinging. and
So
shit.
that's something you imagine of your neighbors?
I'm not imagining. Like I said, the motherfucker
Oh,
was
so
my
you saw
neighbor.
proof. You saw his ding-a-ling swinging.
No, motherfucker, I'm telling you, the motherfucker... Bro, this shit... He could be wearing the loosest pants in the world.
Dog.
The loosest pants in the world.
Pause.
It is unavoidable, bro.
Pause.
If you
Pause.
look at him, that shit is there.
Alright.
Right? The point is this. He would pull up, right?
And then his bitches would come through.
And I'd be hanging out with like all the kids and shit from the neighborhood, and next thing you know, some bitch pulls through, bro. And then like fucking 20 minutes after that bitch pops up, all you see is like a fucking like some what is that shit called? Like it's like disco lights and shit all over the fucking place, and just hours this motherfucker, you know, he's just ramming.
God damn.
Cocaine, some liquor.
This motherfucker had stamina too. God damn.
You were hearing this?
Holy shit.
Nah, you can't hear the splash from there, but
Okay.
You imagine them.
yo, this man is really. Why you trying to promote homosexuality towards me?
Yo, you're the one who's talking about it. I'm not talking about
I'm
this.
talking about a heterosexual man who was my neighbor, bro.
Yeah, but you're imagining all these things. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's not imagination. It happened.
It happened, though.
It happened.
It's real life, Leo.
But look, the motherfucker would just do this shit, and we all noticed that like every time it was a different bitch.
Good for him.
You would see
had swag.
various women,
Various women.
all types of flavors.
I don't remember the flavors. I just remember a difference.
Gotcha.
But this gentleman, he took care of them. I don't know if they're alive or anything, but he definitely took care of them.
Let's hope. Let's hope he was.
But
He was a cop, bro.
when the lights went on, you knew, bro. That's it.
Motherfucker had the disco
He had
lights.
the disco lights, bro. That was it.
Corny.
You can see it from
over.
outside the window.
The
Yeah,
shit
that's corny
worked.
as shit, but
The
yeah.
shit worked.
Sexy time. Like, he was like, yo, let's run it up.
Making that bitch's world go
Yo,
around.
if a bitch pulls into my apartment and I turn on disco lights, fucking kill me. Like, dude,
What you mean, bro? What's wrong with that?
a lot of things.
God damn, bro.
You would take that approach? You would turn on the disco lights for the bitch?
It doesn't matter if you turn disco lights on or
Maybe if you have a strobe light would be weird too. Like,
I
it'd
don't
just
give
be
a
strange.
fuck. I'll turn on a fucking 18th century lamp. I don't give a fuck.
As long as you
Listen,
smash it.
As long as yeah, bro. Mission accomplished, I guess, right?
I want to ask you a personal question.
Yeah, go for it.
Damn. All right. Fuck it. When was the last time you smashed?
Smashed 28 years ago.
Damn. So it's been 28 years since you last smashed?
Yeah,
How old are you now?
I'm 28.
Shit. All right. Cool.
What else you got for me?
No, that's it. That's literally it. Why are you looking at me like that?
That was an ominous question.
What do you mean? What's ominous about it?
Oh man.
The eye contact and shit was...
Stop looking at me.
You could hear the awkward tension.
Jesus Christ.
What's going on here?
Oh, but 28 years ago was it was
a while ago.
It was a long time ago, but
Very long time.
But yeah, I understand. Like when you come out that shit, and you see the light for the first time.
Damn. Respect.
That's the best.
That's God coming.
That's the best pipe you'll ever get.
Yeah. Life pipe. I agree.
You get piped by life?
Yeah.
That's how you come into life.
The life pipe.
No, no.
You literally get squeezed out through genitalia to be born, you know?
Yep. Crazy concept,
So
right?
something to think about. But 28 years ago, yeah.
You get squeezed from a genitalia into another genitalia, and then in that genitalia, you're like kind of like hibernating.
Yeah.
And then you get squeezed out of that genitalia into like the actual world.
Yeah, I'm familiar
Crazy
with the
concept.
process.
Crazy concept, right?
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, is 28 years a long time? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been
Who's
a while.
judging?
But
No one's judging.
at the same time,
Nobody's
I still believe that, like,
We're not in trial.
you know, your first time,
You're saving yourself for marriage. I get it.
your first time is the best time, really. At least in that.
No,
For
my
me,
first time was terrible.
really.
Yeah. And it was with my girlfriend.
Were you born deformed or some shit? What happened?
No, the condom ripped. I thought I came too
What fucking
fast.
condoms did you buy? What?
Some Trojans. Some like the light blue Trojans.
Did you buy some
It was
expired
like the
ones?
light blue Trojans. And I had it in my wallet, whatever. The point is, it ripped. I came fast. I had no experience. Like, what more do you want me to tell you? Like, wasn't. Your first time isn't ever gonna be, this great crazy experience. Like, no, they're lying to you if they told you that.
My first
You don't
time-
have like this fucking endowed sense of sex in you, like from when the moment you're born.
I thought it would be stupendous because see what happened for me. I was completely, utterly unable to bust.
Oh. No, I busted fast.
I didn't have an orgasm the first time I fucked.
That happens too.
Me
Which I
either.
would say is equally like as bad. Whatever.
Cause it was great for that bitch.
But you were nervous?
Cause I had a fucking Woody on the entire. I mean, it was great. I was giving this bitch straight fucking cock, but goddamn, bro. To not be able to fuck, bro. Like, yo, I had to beat the meat later when the nerves wore off. That was the only way, bro. But the second time was worse, bro. Cause then I did bust too soon. So that shit fucked me. I had to fake a leg injury and shit. Fucking go to the bathroom.
The first time
She was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah,
I couldn't bust either. It was just weird because like I think it was her first time too, and like it was pretty tight, dog.
The first time I did it with this
Nice.
girl, it was her first time also.
Nice. This thing's nice.
You said it was pretty tight?
Yeah, bro.
Pretty tight.
Pretty tight. Like it was her first time as well, so it was like
Oh, I see.
I think it was two virgins.
That does.
I just think everyone's first time is always going to be a little nerve-wracking or a little
I was
awkward.
I
just
was-
because of like the societal pressures.
I was
on
nervous as
sex,
fuck.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I had gotten head a bunch of times before.
Of course, there's always the
But
build up to it. You don't just.
No, I'm saying like I've gotten head before, like.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. There's like a build up to it. Like you're gonna play with her pussy, you're gonna eat her out, she's gonna blow you.
I'm
like,
saying the first time
before
you ever
even have sex, like there's gonna be moments that lead up to it.
I'm not talking about foreplay, man. I'm talking about like your
No, I'm
first.
saying moments leading up to it, like not like literally right up to it, but I'm saying like
okay.
like days before or weeks before. You feel me?
Yeah, because I
Leading
was
up
gonna
to that
ask
moment.
your first ever sexual interaction was like straight to vagina.
No.
Oh, okay.
My first sexual interaction, I fingered a girl. That was my first sexual.
Yeah, but I'm saying either
the same girl. It's the same girl I'm talking about.
Head or
huh?
Is it just head
No,
or?
I fingered her, and then I think like the next time
That's
we
like first
went a
base
little
shit,
deeper, and then like we gave each other head, and like then that we like had sex.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went. I'm almost positive that's how it went.
That's a beautiful story, Leo.
Yeah.
Very romantic.
Where's the craziest spot you guys have gotten some head? Yo, you could answer this too.
Yo, I was at this building after hours in Brickles, and everyone had left.
These motherfuckers are wild.
And bro, I swear to God, everyone had left, and it was like after hours at the building, and there was like a huge conference room, and I went there, and I had sex with like my baby mom or whatever, and it was pretty crazy.
I think mine's must have been like a bathroom in a hotel.
That's not that crazy.
I mean, that's
not that crazy, dude.
That's pretty secure.
Yeah. Well, were you at a telly?
Were you in somebody else's hotel room? I mean, that would have really.
Nah, at a telly. You've never had sex at a telly?
No.
No, but
I have. What?
no,
That's
but
not that
like
crazy.
no, but like downstairs, not like in the room.
Still not that crazy. Like you're in a bathroom at a hotel. Like.
Okay, then maybe I never. I don't know that.
Now, if it's like,
alley.
if you're like in the outdoors and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like just fucking out there, middle of the fucking road,
I don't think I've ever.
just getting head out there, waving to people as they pass by in their whip.
Yo, I forgot. I've actually had sex at an abandoned church.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't even realize it was an abandoned church. I swear to God. I thought it was just an abandoned building.
Is this just...
And then I saw like religious like shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh damn, this is a church. I think after the fact, like I realized that it was a church.
I feel like we're just describing the ways that homeless people fuck. I mean, this is really what we're doing.
I'm trying to think.
You gotta find a place. You can't afford a hotel room.
The roof of the hotel.
I was just a horny ass teenager.
But your parents were never out of the.
Huh?
Your parents were never out.
No,
of the
yeah,
house?
I've done that at my house and at the chick's house, yeah. But I'm saying like I was just a horny ass teenager.
bro,
I
I
never
would
had a
never-
chance to have sex, and the girl was down, and there was something there where we could have sex at. We would just do it. I don't know, I'm just a horny teenager, dude. It happens.
I've done it at my house, but it was rare because my parents were most of the times home, or so most of the times I would have to find a spot. You know, car sucks, but it's kind of whack. But
I hate car sex.
it's horrible.
It's super uncomfortable.
I'm never doing it again ever.
In
in my life.
it's better if you put the two front seats like forward. And
Even
then
then
just
it's
in the
bad.
back. Like it's
Even
a little better. It's a
Even
little
then,
better.
it's bad. It's like it's such a waste
That's
of
why
time.
you need a big ass car. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you buy them big ass F-150s, them phallic
Reclining-
motherfuckers. That's why you buy.
But that's a truck, bro.
Not even like those black on black Tahoes or like some like comfy shit.
See, a Tahoe that you could put a mattress in that like it just unfolds into it. Now that would be excellent.
That'd be some shit.
But who's packing that type of heat at 15? You know.
Yeah.
Or just pull out the Bang Bros truck, you know, the white van, and just.
Now we're talking, right? That's how you fuck up.
Again, packing that type of heat at 15 is kind of strange, but
kind of, yeah.
kind of extra, but yeah.
Man, so many bitches' lives have been fucking drastically altered by that.
And that
fucking-
bang bus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So many futures twisted, changed.
You think they actually got random people sometimes?
No, I think it was all scripted. Because
Every
remember,
single
they have
one?
to get tested. You're not gonna go and fuck a random person.
True.
You literally have to get tested. Like
So
it's all like screened, pre-screened. Like to make sure you're not some random psycho killer. You feel me? Like
Right.
like you have to go. Because I've actually been to a porn audition before. I swear to God.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
You
swear to
didn't
God.
get selected?
Huh? No, I just didn't want to go through with it. No, I just didn't want to go through with it. I swear to God.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like 19 or 20 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought
Swag.
it was something I would want to do, but then I thought about it and I was like, damn, top my dick on the internet. And it was only like $900 that they were going to pay me. And I just thought it was so stupid. I was
What
like,
was the scene?
Huh?
What was the scene?
It was, I remember it was for Bang Bros. I know that was like the agency that was casting it for
Damn,
sure.
you could have been big right now. No homo. I'm just saying, not for real. Come on, guys. Like, you know what I mean, though. Like,
I swear it was for Bang Bros.
you could have.
It's
Yeah.
just that you added no homo that
Yeah.
made it a joke. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
We are talking about like,
but you are making. I mean, it's a joke. You can't make the joke. I mean that.
but you get what I'm saying. Like, but damn. So
That was the casting agency, Bang Bros, for sure.
you thought, nah, this isn't it.
Because they were only gonna pay me $900, and I was like, "Is this worth exposing my dick to the world for $900?"
I mean, that's just
that I
one-
don't know if I'm gonna like keep doing this and keep exposing my
Yo,
dick.
that's how
out
it
there.
starts, though, bro. You got to get paid once, and then.
But so would you expose your dick to the whole world for $900? Is that worth it to you?
But you're just putting it like that. Wow.
But that's what I thought about it at that age.
Let's just say it wasn't that, but they were like, eventually you move up and you get paid more, and like, you become an actual.
At that age, that's how I thought about it. Like, what do you want me to say?
What would your name be, bro?
Fucking, I don't know. Dizzy D.
Diddy D?
Dizzy D.
Dizzy D?
I don't know.
Okay. Interesting name, friend. Interesting name.
What would your name be?
I'm just going with ape dick.
I don't think that's gonna fly. Ape dick?
Go with a gorilla phallus.
You need something smoother than that, bro.
Then gorilla phallus. Modern genitalia. Pause.
That's so crazy. Like, that's so crazy.
I think it would stick. Right?
That's really funny.
It'd be like my
I'm
brother.
still waiting for V's answer. He's
my
thinking
brother
for like
once
5 minutes. Like, dog, what would your name be? It's not that serious.
You'd be no homo erectus.
I was thinking high as shit. Like, you don't even know what you want to be called.
Midnight Mike.
This motherfucker's coming in with this 70s porn star name.
Shit. Yeah, Midnight Mike. What the fuck? Hell nah.
That would be hard.
If you
Maybe
pulled up,
Big Mike.
you gotta be
Big
more
Mike.
savage than that, bro. You gotta be like Meaty Mike. You know
Big
what I'm saying?
Mike.
Not Big Mike.
Small Mike, you're right. Small Mike. Small Mike,
Big
you're
Mike
right.
is just funny.
Medium Mike.
They might confuse me as a,
Yeah.
don't want to be
If it's
You don't want to be Michelle Obama.
I mean, you would have to change your name if it was like the most regular dick in the world. You gotta be like Average Al or some shit. You know?
average Al.
Average D.
And some shit like that, you know? Fucking,
Midnight Mike is hard, though.
yeah.
I don't know. You does sound like 70s porn stash. Like, hell yeah. That's the
100% what I
That's
thought
the vibes,
right
hell
away.
yeah.
Grow
Right
my
away.
hair to a little afro again.
Midnight Mike is screaming like
Midnight Mike definitely has a little afro.
Midnight Mike does not trim the pews, bro. Like that's
Oh, nah, definitely not.
that is not something that happens.
Definitely
bro.
not, bro.
Packing a forest, bro. The Amazon.
For sure. Hippie vibes. You feel
Yo,
me?
so what would your porn star name be?
Oh.
Asian persuasion.
You know what's funny? I was thinking something with Asian in it. I swear to God.
God damn.
That is swag.
God damn.
The Asian persuasion.
The Asian persuasion.
That's fire. Should take notes from this guy.
You could be Big Kuza. Just saying.
You could be Big Kuz. I mean, if you're listening, you're part Japanese, bro. You gotta
Play into that somehow.
exactly.
Yeah, just,
God damn.
I guess we'll end it there then, right?
Yo, modern genitalia. That'd be
Alright.
so funny.
I mean, it could just be chimp dick. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Guys, thank you for listening.
it's been an honor, John.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
honor.
Oh yeah.
Deuces.
Later, gentlemen.
Peace.